shit, why'd I leave that open?
Was that the last box of chicken sack glass in Queensland?
Oh, how's your man flu going?
He's still isolating.
Still hanging on, but this bloody cough is driving me up the wall.
Oh, the wife's still got the cough too for about a month now. It just does not go away.
Yeah. Turn my head in. Certainly it was, thank God, like, you know, a week and a half ago I wouldn't have been able to do this because I wouldn't have been able to talk.
Alright, so. Oh, just grab a glass, give me a glass. I'll go with a bottle of Pepsi.
Yeah, grab it. Yeah.
Anyone else want a glass?
I'm good, thanks.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and I did find out, so teleportation circle can be learned by a warlock. It's on the optional list on the thingy, but it's one level higher, so it's not completely out of things. I'm not going to try it still, but it's, yeah.
No, try it.
No.
Shoot for the moon, even if you fail.
Yeah, because you need to have two. And otherwise, you need to do it for like every day for a year or something to something.
Where's the other one going?
Well, that's it. There's no other one, so it's pointless. Just teleport into the same room. At the moment, it's just a cat launching device, so it's perfectly fine.
Cat launching device. Do you want to find that?
Yeah, go for it.
Half a glass.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a catapult.
Ha!
Yes.
I gave you guys plenty of time to come up with that.
Yeah, that was good.
I was actually sitting there thinking, cat pun, come on.
Cheers.
Ready? You want some of those?
That's right, thank you, mate. I've got my
It says they're chicken flavoured, but it doesn't actually say if they're vegan or not, so I don't know.
Surprisingly, most of the time the chicken flavoured stuff actually doesn't have chicken in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so good to go.
Yep.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so we left the game at 7:45 PM on day 15. The party finally back together has made it into Vallaki. You were suitably warned by Ernst, who is Lady Vakta's agent, shall we say, that you'll be tolerated in Vallaki because Strahd has indicated that you are to be tolerated as you are all guests at his upcoming nuptials to the young and beautiful red-headed Irina. You did some shopping, you did some thieving. The town is disharmonious in many ways since the Baron Vargas departure. But as you might recall, around the walls are the calls for unity and order. And the upcoming wedding of Vasily von Holtz. Order, obedience, and unity for the wedding are Lady Vakta's instructions. You were going to the Blue Water Tavern, but I don't recall you actually got there. You were waylaid in your decisions, and you then went to the old Burgomaster's mansion, which you found had been licked by flame. You entered, bravely killed a 2-hit point dog, and explored the mansion, went upstairs, found a body in shackles, not a skeleton, but recently dead, maybe a couple of days or something like that, emancipated in a cupboard, and then you continued upstairs to a study where you found a trapdoor to the loft. And you came up into a small room and then into the remainder of the loft area or the ceiling or whatever. lots of stuff up there. Obviously been stored over the years. And then you went into this room, as you noticed that there was a track with footprints in the dust that seemed to be well used. Came to a door. Erin got blasted by wards upon it. You went in, experimented with the multitude of cats, and discovered a still half-functioning active teleportation circle under a mat. And that's where you then decided that we had enough of that, and you were setting yourselves up for the evening, barricading the door, putting Clank on sentry at the door, and 7:45 after a very long day, I believe is where we left it. Now, does anyone want to add anything else to bring Rogan up to speed?
The purpose of the visit to the mansion was to try and find Arena, and see whether or not we could determine whether or not she is still really keen on getting married, because there was a story that Carl and Clank got from the dressmakers that she doesn't seem massively engaged during her dress fitting. So we were concerned whether she'd been forced into it somehow. That's why we came here. That clearly we didn't find her.
Did you guys have did someone say that she was here, or you just thought?
I think
When Clank visited Valaki on his own the first time, he was told that she was still staying at the old Burgomaster's house under guard.
Right.
That's why we came here, because we've not got any newer information on that.
Yeah.
The assumption now, I suspect, is that she's moved either to the back of the house or is staying at Valaki's, not Valaki, what's his place, Vanilla,
Right.
staying at his place. But we haven't got any further than that. At this point, I think where we left it was we thought maybe we would abandon the immediate search for her, because we've still got like another 10 or 12 days before the wedding.
9 days.
Sorry?
9 days?
9 days, okay. And we attempt to find the girl at the starting camp that we think is somewhere south of Valaki.
Where Abigail is
Yeah,
Yeah.
Abigail's the one we're looking for.
Right.
with what's his name, or Luvash or whatever, that we should totally introduce ourselves to, but make it seem like they was going to go us.
Right. Let's go there. So basically at the moment we're just underneath, downstairs at the Baron bar.
Upstairs. You're in the ceiling, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we also did ransack the potion shop.
Good.
We were told by the potions shops, the lady's fiance, I think, that she was driven out of town, and so we went to make sure that everything was okay, me and Erin.
Yep.
And we found quite a few things in there that obviously
Nothing
we
could go
didn't
wrong.
want anyone else
So
to
you-
take them.
So you did some stock taking.
We did, yes.
Taking stock.
I did, however, leave out the writ of land for them, because that's totally useful for me. And yeah, I believe we got a fair few potions and got the hell out.
Now, just from memory, you also were made aware that Isaac, the guy with the big arm, is not being seen and has not been accounted for. Remember? So,
Wasn't he the brother of the old Baron, or
He's the son or something.
the son or something?
Well, his room in the Burgomaster's place is full of dolls that look like Irina. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so perfectly normal.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about.
It's normal for Barovia, so
Yeah.
yeah.
and you hadn't run into Father Lucian yet on this visit.
Okay. Not since he's helped us escape over there.
No, that's correct. Yeah. And nor have you been back to the Blue Water Inn.
Because last time we went, it was all barred up on that.
Yeah.
We tried to go there when Father Lucian, when Clank wasn't with us, didn't we try to go there first? There was no one there, or?
Yeah, there was no one there.
Yeah.
It wasn't barred up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now, did we settle in for a long rest already, or is this?
Well, this is where you're at. So at 7:45, you'd made those decisions. I think Clank, he doesn't have a mini there, but is there whatever?
behind.
Yeah, he might be behind.
Right.
Yep, stick his mini on. Clank, and who's that in the other room?
It's
I think
party
that's
token.
the party token, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, party check.
Oh, it's the party token. Okay, yeah. I'll just bother you for a couple more. Yeah, cool. So that's where we're at. So 7:45 p.m. You guys are sort of spread yourselves out. Is your intention to now have this long rest, or are you going somewhere else?
Long rest.
I think we're long resting.
Yeah.
Because you're pretty
Oh,
toasted, right?
I'm alive, but you know,
Long
do
rest.
we want to sleep here in the attic when we have a perfectly good room to go to?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is pretty solid. Like,
But there's also no beer here, so
So maybe you're not long resting by the sound of it.
Ron was about to go to sleep on the couch until you mentioned the inn. So
it was what, 7:45? Did you say?
7:50.
7:50. Yeah. Oh, it's up to you guys. I'm happy to stay here the night. I think it might be not a terrible idea.
I'm so much shopping and walking around. I just want a drink.
Any thoughts?
Glenn, you
Right.
coming to the pub?
No. This is more easily defensible.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
general consensus too.
All right, I
Hold
guess
on,
then
Grant, here.
let's do the long rest.
Oh, look at your fucking.
Coslin's going through his backpack. I've got something here for
This
you.
thing's
It's
just
floating.
saying, yeah.
Jesus, yeah, nuts.
You got a bag of holding or something?
No, just lots, just random shit.
The cod piece of meager restraint.
Yes. Oh, I had some cheese, but you can't have that now.
No.
It's somewhere.
Gron kicks one of the boxes on the ground and curls back up on the couch, ready for a long rest.
So, to that point, what are you eating to rejuvenate your cells?
Ration.
So, scratch off one ration if you're still carrying rations, please. Fortunately, you don't need to, Brian.
I do have the cheese, there it is.
Now, 8 p.m.
My pen has vanished.
I do not have it.
It's a pen, should be a pen there.
I thought I had blue bread as well. Oh,
Blue
yeah,
bread.
crushing it is. I'll grab that too. Thank you.
And don't forget your cartooning skills, Dave.
Yes, sir. All right, I'll get onto those. This is a little closer to Duncan. I'm running out of touch.
Cool. Rations being rationed.
Fine, I think you guys have decided Clank was going to be on watch.
Yeah.
So, the rest of you fall into a restless slumber, yet you still manage to push through. And at this point in time, it's 10 p.m. Clank. And can I just get you to do a perception check, please? And are you rolling on D&D Beyond, or are you...
Yeah, I'll do it on the beyond. I think just
Okay, I'll just...
18.
Yeah, let's get into the campaign. Oh, sorry, I hadn't opened that up. Oh, for fuck's sake. I've got to now sign into Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah, because I'm one of the old D&D Beyond guys, and they it was like a Twitch thing, yeah. And so I had to do that.
If I'm linked on there and what's it called? Google now. I don't have a Wizards account. I just have it linked.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, 18. Nice.
It's a bit of a pain, but all my content's all linked to it and everything. So
Where's the rolls coming up for you on D&D Beyond?
Oh, just top of that panel.
in the that's why I'm just going into the campaign so I can bring up the game log and see the rolls. So I just left that open. Right. So Clank, during the evening at approximately 10 PM, you hear muffled voices outside of the mansion, proximate to it. I hadn't really heard many passerbys. Like the streets are pretty deserted at this hour. Or, you know, since sundown, certainly 8, 9 PM. It's quite quiet, and then you hear voices outside. You know, you just like you can tell they're probably coming more from the front of the building than the back because you're proximate at the back. But you can, you know, the sound is obviously echoing off nearby. You know, so you know they could be to one side, but you're sort of pretty certain with that roll that they're, you know, out in the street in front of the old Burgomaster's mansion. It only lasts for probably 10-20 seconds. Quite a number of voices, and it's all, as if there was like a mild disagreement until you hear one sort of slightly louder, more authoritative voice mumble something, and then it's all quiet. Excellent, right. I love that. Great player technique. Okay, back to you, DM. Okay, all right. About 5 minutes later, you feel and hear a thump, like something heavy has fallen down or something heavy's been pushed against the wall or something. But you feel a very slight vibration in the floor that you're sitting on, and the sound is definitely from down below.
Are we being like... Oh wait, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are asleep.
Floor underneath or ground floor?
Give me an intelligence check. An investigation check, I should say.
Okay. Not bad.
Oh, 17. Nice. You don't feel that with the vibration, the sound, you don't think it was immediately the floor below you. You suspect it was probably at the ground floor.
Okay, in that case I still won't react.
Okay. 5 minutes later, you hear again some muffled voices, and you can make out some swearing this time between two different voices. And again, with your sort of heightened now awareness, and so having orientated to the ground floor, you believe that these voices are still from the ground floor, so they must be being pretty loud, but they seem to now be getting less loud, as if they're moving away, essentially.
Okay, I'll continue to do nothing.
Right, okay. Another 50 minutes passes and you don't hear any other noise. Midnight comes, 1 AM comes, 2 AM comes, 3 AM comes, Can I get you to do a Constitution saving throw, please?
25?
Right. Jesus. Right. Okay. 4 a.m. comes. Aaron, can I get you to do a Constitution saving?
Sure.
Working on Dave's bad luck with dice.
Oh,
Dirty 20.
Jesus.
A dirty 20.
Yeah. That was a 19 plus 1.
5 a.m. Still dark. 5:30 to 6, the sun begins to break. And those of you who become semi-conscious can see the sort of the sun coming in through some of the rafters at the top, you know, where there are gaps. Because there are no windows up here, less in that room. Over to you guys. If you want to keep sleeping for another hour, you can. Otherwise, you can get up, have breakfast, cross another ration off, and be on the way for the day.
And that's long rest complete then, yeah?
Yeah.
Gron does that thing where dogs fart and wake themselves up.
Mm-hmm.
So he farts and then, what was it? But now he's up. He will consume one of his rations and then hurl the next smallest object he can find, which I assume is just a bit of rubbish or something off the ground, in the direction of Cosron to wake him up.
Oh, Cosron gets up.
And is Nick doing anything that you guys might care to explore?
He was heading straight to the nearest brothel, wasn't he, Rogan?
Yeah. Nick comes stumbling back in after a night.
Yeah, he comes stumbling back in.
Are you sure that's wise?
Covered in tattered lingerie and lipstick smears all over his body.
No, I assume he just gets up and sort of decides that we should probably think about what we're going to do today.
Yeah, throw those in if you want. Yeah, I'll take a small packet of those as well. Sorry, there we go.
What I recall of the last session, Nick was also in favour of going to Abigail as well. What's the next step?
What was that?
I said from what I recall at the end of the last session, I think Nick was in agreement that Abigail was the next thing for us to go and find.
Alright, cool.
Alright. Cosron's gonna make his way downstairs.
Yep. Do we want to stop by the pub on the way out since we really haven't gone and seen what's happening there since we've been here?
Actually, I'll just go down one floor for now.
Okay. Ron will follow. Still asking that same question if we want to go stop at the pub on the way out to check that everything's alright there.
Yeah, we'll all follow. If someone can have Aaron and
Oh,
come on as well.
I can't move.
Hang on.
Because he's gonna...
What's the purpose of the visit to the pub?
Well, we haven't been here since we last were here, and last time we were here there was no one there. Ron just wants to make sure the beer's alright.
Okay, nice.
And then we can go save the other one.
I just want to pilfer a couple more things out of here.
You what?
I want to pilfer a couple more, like a dress, that type of thing.
Dress!
Look, if I raise another zombie, I want to dress them. There's a reason behind this.
Okay, so you guys are heading downstairs.
Oh, just to the bedroom at the moment.
I'm going to head downstairs, head towards the front door.
Oh, you managed to get yourself out and across? Can you get down into the...
It stops me.
I can't move Clank out of the upper
That's
floor.
right, we're having problems in the, in the bloody thing.
So you can't move, Clank?
I can't move him out of the upper floor.
There you go.
He's stuck in the roof.
No, I've got him down now.
How did Cub get there? How did Cub get there?
No, he's still stuck in the other spell up. There we go.
Oh,
How many
it's gotta
rations
go
are
around.
there in a doodad? Duncan?
3.
3.
It's a day's rations. So 3 meals.
Oh, okay.
We explored this room south of the one we're in either.
I'm going in that room.
Darren, are you coming down as well?
Yes, I mentioned that I was coming too. I don't have the doodad open at the moment since I've got
Oh, now I am back.
cover on one side and.
Yeah, Cosgrill's heading into this room here.
Ron, are you stuck or are you staying up there?
Gron wants to head down towards the
Alright.
the front.
So you're all down in the next level.
Going to the place with the dress, apparently.
Dress.
Right, so who's that? That's bloody Clank. Are you going into that next room? Is that what you were doing?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I've done it too, but mine's not updating for some reason.
Right.
We didn't explore it on the way up.
Hang on.
If we can get another nice dress that's not off-white, we might not have to buy another one.
Yeah, if it's a better colour, then it doesn't look like it's been, soaked in weed.
And if not, my zombie could always wear it.
If it's nicer than the one we've got, you can have the off-white one for your zombie.
It's really kind, Clank. I appreciate that. I think there's something special about a zombie in a wedding dress fighting alongside us.
Okay, so
Why is it not updating?
so Clank, have you not gone through or did you move yourself?
Somebody moved me back again.
Yeah, it keeps resetting for mine too.
Keeps resetting.
Yeah, because I've moved my dude twice now. I can't move south in any way.
Can you zoom up and
I can see you moving on my screen.
I think it's
On the-
because the bed,
It's classing it as a wall, yeah.
is bigger than what it expects. So you're gonna go way down below it.
actually I know what the problem is, don't worry. The walls on this map, I didn't bother to update it, so you're all in there. Alright, cool. Okay. You should have no problems. There are just some walls at that corner because the map and the walls don't overlap. And because I didn't expect you to go there last game. I just through to the map. Okay, so this room smells of powder and fine perfume. A vanity with a mirror stands against one wall next to a faceless wooden mannequin wearing a white bridal gown. Mounted on another wall is a full-length mirror with a gilded frame, and a door in one corner leads to a garden robe, which is like a toilet.
Oh, there's your dress.
I'm going to go up to the dress. Is there anything kind of weird about the dress, or is it just a normal dress looking at it?
Give me an investigation check.
That's an 8. Oh wait, no, that's an 8 plus. That's an 11.
So did somebody say that there is another dress in this room? I was busy making notes.
Yeah, there is.
Is it another wedding dress?
Yeah.
I'm just checking it out before I pick it
Okay.
up.
You want to try it on, Piltron?
No, I've got my code
Cub
cards
comes in. Are you sure that's wise?
Is this wedding dress white or off-white?
It was described as white.
Oh, cool.
Aaron's going to check out the vanity and see if there's anything of interest in there.
Yeah,
There's
just give me a
makeups and
sec.
perfumes, there's usually jewellery. I discovered these things at Woolies.
Oh, yeah.
No,
alcoholic
yeah,
copper
yeah.
base.
Right. Okay, sorry guys, just had to get up to speed. Okay,
Nice.
so, has one of you gone downstairs? Because you've left the room?
No, I'm still in there.
We're
Oh,
all
okay.
on the second level now. We're,
Yeah,
none of
yeah,
us
just
really
the one
out
in
anymore.
mini, so...
I think we're all in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so with your roll, the dress you can see is old, and is draped over this wooden mannequin. It seems quite fine, in fact much finer than the slightly off-white one. You feel it would be suitable for someone of quite a high status, and so yes, and it's quite it's quite thin, like it wasn't for a large woman, so it's sort of not tightly wrapped around the mannequin, but fits firmly and looks quite good.
So it would fit a zombie quite well, given that they don't have a lot of flesh.
I'll swap Clank the off-white one for this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll pick up the dress and give it to Clank.
As you pull it off the wooden dummy, nothing at all happens. And so what are you doing with the other one? Are you putting the off-white one over it, or are you keeping both?
No,
No, I'm keeping the off-white
picking
one.
both.
Right.
Cockerel's taking the off-white one and Clank is carrying this new fine.
Right, okay.
Alright, so you're taking the off-white one. There you go.
And I need a new card. Right.
You're going to the dresser, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm having a look through the vanity.
And so the only other sort of thing of note is this full-length gilded mirror on the wall, and the small sort of makeup desk next to the next to the wooden dummy that is now naked.
I'm going to check out the vanity, the powder stand or whatever, and just look for anything of value. Where there's makeups and powders, there's usually jewellery, so I'll have a quick look in the drawers or...
Give me an investigation.
Investigation...
Cockerel,
Yeah.
do you want to see if there's anything magical about the mirror?
I was thinking that too, because he mentioned the
Oh.
mirror again. So I want
That's
to
in
go
that
feel
one,
like
so I'm
that.
going to re-roll that because I'm halfling lucky. That's 22.
22.
Mm.
You do indeed find something.
So this is like the wife's closet or whatnot. What are you going to find?
It appears to be an implement of some kind. Heavy at one end. Not quite a handle, but definitely something to stop your hand slipping off the end.
It's the rod of vibrating.
You find in the centre drawer, as you pull it out, you see something about this size, encrusted with jewels, made of what you clearly know and identify as being gold.
I'll remove it from the drawer. Okay. I'd like to try and open it.
Sorry?
I'd like to try and open it.
Okay. You succeed?
Yep. What do I see inside?
Nothing.
Okay. Then I'll just take the whole box and put it in.
Okay. It's quite large. You're quite small.
How large? It fits in a dresser.
Yeah, it's like, I said it's about this, like that.
Okay.
To take up your entire backpack.
You've already got the Tome of Dark Oaths. You've got Abigail's journal. Now you've got this box. Plus you've got all the other shit in there. You guys are going to have to start.
Maybe you could put the book in the box.
What a great idea. I could put everything else inside the jewelry box and put the jewelry box inside my bag.
Fuck's sake.
Alright.
And after that, Cosmo's going to go walk up to the other mirror and just kind of have a feel of that, have a look at it, and see if there's anything kind of weird about it.
Give me an arcana check, please.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, the boys are on.
Nice. I've rolled a 20 in a while. Holy crap.
Feels good, eh?
Yeah. Feels good.
Popcorn anyone?
I know.
Duncan, do you want some popcorn?
No, good thanks. Okay, I'll meet you in my den.
Ooh.
Oh, that's concerning.
You can come this way if you want.
Yeah, mate.
It's nice knowing you, Jesse.
So you pick up your Switch tomorrow, is it? Did you say tomorrow?
But,
Are you picking up your Switch tomorrow or Monday?
yeah, it was ready to pick up today, but Rach didn't get, like she's on European time, so she didn't tell me about it until like 4:30 in the afternoon, and I thought it would be a bit rushed to steam up there and try and get it now.
Where are you
So
picking it up
I'll
from?
get it tomorrow.
Where are you getting it from?
Hobby North, just up the road.
From your place?
Yes, like, I don't know, like a 3-minute drive away.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah, we're picking up ours on Sunday.
Oh, real?
One of the things Rach really likes about where we live now is that Bunnings is only a 3-minute drive away. I
Nice.
think that's terrible because we end up spending far too much money.
Every time, though.
It was much better when it was at Cannon Hill and a significantly bigger trek.
But it's always good because if Ruby ever wants to go to Kmart or something like that, I'm like, yep, sure, as long as we go to Bunnings afterwards.
You got me in a moment of weakness. I even said it twice.
Yep.
Oh, I've just had not a brush, a bump with my chair, so I was making my way around.
Magic mirror on the wall. Summon forth your shade. And wield your murderous blade. I'm pretty sure I missed the chunk there.
Murderous Blade.
Yep.
Sounds.
This sounds good. How
Yeah.
This kind of book would be going on.
No, not at all.
You had one job to remember that rhyme.
Yeah,
And he got it twice too, in a moment of weakness as I was crumpled on my couch, clutching my groin. And I'm
Yeah.
still sore as fuck.
What you doing there?
Oh,
Oh.
exactly. Good question.
Yeah, so mirror on the wall, or magic mirror on the wall, summon forth your shade. Is it shadows rise and the shadows fall, and wield your murderous blade? Is it close?
Not even close.
Oh, you know what? I can't remember it. I'm gonna touch the mirror again and cast Identify. Does that give me an extra? So I'm doing that for, what is it, 11 minutes.
Okay. Let me update the time.
Cub looks at Cosron and says, "Are you sure that's wise?"
Playing so well.
At 37 minutes in, Nick, that's all you need to watch. Okay, after 11 minutes, it's nearly 7 a.m. And your identify determines that this gilded mirror is in fact has a entity bound to it. And I'm only going to say this once. If you say these words, you will summon it.
Do you want me to write it? No, you know what? You can write it. Now, is there enough time for Aaron to take the piss out of Cosron for this? He's standing there with his hand on a mirror for 10 minutes. Magic mirror on the wall. Here's the tiefling, big and tall. Puts a hand upon your glass. Now, come on out and kick his ass.
I'm hoping you heard that, right?
No, I didn't, unfortunately.
Magic mirror on the wall. Here's the tiefling, big and tall. He puts his hand upon your glass. Now, coming out and kick his ass.
Okay. You hear, or you hear the voice once more. Magic mirror on the wall. Summon forth your shade. Night's dark vengeance, heed my call, and wield your murderous blade.
Magic mirror on the wall, summon forth your shade. Night's dark vengeance, heed my call, and wield your murderous blade.
Your reflection of you standing there shimmers, and it's replaced by a darkly handsome 30-year-old man with bloodshot eyes. He is dressed in mostly black, with a flourish of red on his chest. Cloth, that is, not rum. Suddenly you feel your hand pushed out towards you. Do you resist?
No.
And out he steps. He turns and looks at you. Well, his head turns, he's already in front of you, but his head sort of like... Anyway, he looks at you. The name.
Luvash.
It shall be done. It steps past you, walks through the wall, and disappears.
Well, what the fuck was that about?
I just said the first name to come to mind, but I think that assassin's going to kill Luvash.
Why did you send him off to Stride?
Oh, I probably should have thought that.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, well.
Gron just fucking walks out the door.
Then you can get back.
Gron's fucking shakes his head and walks out the door.
Alright. Well, I'm going to touch the mirror again. Is it still, like, can I still tell that it's magical, or is it kind of completely left?
I think the answer to your question is that you get fucked up.
And who's Luvash again?
He's the Head of
Head of
the
the
starting
Vastani
camp
camp,
that
staff.
apparently.
The one we're going to go kill anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Fuck.
Makes it easier.
So if they weren't murderously inclined towards us already, they definitely will be by the time we get there.
Well, they don't know it was me that did it. It's just a nice little assassin dude.
Can you roll a percent on dice, please?
A percent all does. So that's just the. What's a percent all dice?
2 tens. And choose which one. There's see that's got 50 on it. That's the
Oh yeah.
no. Oh yeah, is that one got 50 on it? Yeah.
That one.
So you just need a
Those two.
yeah.
So that 75, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. When you touch the mirror again, you still feel that it is imbued with arcane power, but it does now feel empty.
You're getting a busy signal.
Yeah.
Come.
I'll be back in 5.
How big is this mirror? How heavy is this mirror?
Progress.
It's about the size of that door frame, and it's secured to the wall.
Okay. Cool. Shall we go?
We'll just casually send something off to murder somebody, alright? Alright, should we go now?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Surely it wouldn't have killed Strahd though.
And the game could have finished it 3 months earlier.
Rhonda's just walked outside. 'Cause he's
From the first floor.
yeah.
So you've gone downstairs and you're
Yeah.
outside now?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Are you doing anything else in the building?
How long has it been since I tried to attune to that gem?
Into which? The gym.
The gem.
It's been years since you went to the gym, mate. What are you talking about?
I went yesterday. The Wizard of the Wines gem. I'll try and attune to it later. Okay.
So who's got the Wizard of the Wine gem? I thought you do.
I thought I had it.
You took it
I
off.
took it off, you remember?
Alright.
Yeah. And what did you want to do with it?
I tried to attune with it the first time and I failed. Because I rolled like crap. And you said I had to wait a day before I tried again.
Okay. 2, 6.
When did you take it
It's
off?
unfair to ask if Logan remembers you taking it off him, given you took it while he was unconscious.
Yeah.
No, he made a noise. It was
Yeah, but Logan himself wasn't actually present.
Yeah.
Oh, true, yeah.
So when does that work?
You're all sitting on the tree or whatever, and I wanted to have a look at it and find it, and turned out it's really
And
good,
then kept it.
but it's more of a magic thing.
And then you keep
What
it.
did I make you roll, do you remember?
I think it was,
Dishonesty.
might have been Arcane. Was Arcane, I think? Yeah. Arcana, yeah.
Arcana, yeah.
And I rolled like a 3 or something. It was crap.
So it's going to take you a while to try that. So you stay in the house and the rest of it, because Gron's gone outside.
Yeah, so I'll
He's
go
gone
outside.
downstairs.
I don't know
No,
you've done
I was
Yeah.
just, I'll do it at a later date. I was just, couldn't remember how long ago it was, but it's been
So do you all sort of follow Gron down, or are you splitting the party again?
I'm following Grom.
So Aaron and Cub are also both following Ron.
Okay, as you come downstairs, that scent of cold ash and splintered wood still faintly hangs in the air. Coming down the stairs creak, but there's still a hushed silence of the morning. No birds chirp outside. With the early light filtering through broken windows and the burnt area, which is near the stairs at the front, if you recall, and the floor, parts of it had been blackened and dust and soot and crap everywhere. The early light, yeah. So you can see now that across something has been dragged across the floorboards, gouged by something massive being dragged away, and it came down from the
I might go and see which way it's being dragged, and Cub's going to come with
So
me.
you follow the marks, 2 long parallel trails scuffed deeply into the hardwood, etched with sort of flecks of perhaps gold or something, paint. And they go down the hallway into the main study. The door is open. Do you wish to look in, go in, or
I will
approach?
stealthily just look around the corner and see if I can see anyone or anything in the room.
The thing that stands out the most from when you were last there is that one entire section of the wall has been ripped open, exposing the inner beams. The jagged edges suggest brute force, not tools. The bookshelf that once stood there lies in a shattered heap, books torn and scattered all around the room. Many are singed or soaked in spilled ink from an inkwell that has also found its way onto the floor and spread out. Chunks of paper and timber litter the floor, and part of the ceiling above has also begun to sag.
That's in the study.
That's the study, that big room in the middle. And the wall that I'm talking about is the one that's facing the road.
This wall here.
Yeah, correct.
Can you wave a pointer on the map for that, Duncan? Because I can't see.
Yep.
Okay, right.
Do you enter?
Yeah.
Put your mini in.
Go here, and where's Cub? No, he's coming.
Cub's coming with you.
Cub's coming with me because
He's not.
he's feeling bad about asking me if I was being wise, and so he's looking after me.
Okay. You approach.
The wall. I want to make sure the roof's not going to come down on top of me first.
It's sagging, but it's not moving, and you certainly hear no creaking.
Okay.
Unless you want to do a perception check and stop and have a very good listen.
I do want to be careful. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception.
And because Cub's there, he's going to help me. Hang on, I need to grab that. Excuse me.
What are the rest of you guys doing while Cub and Aaron have entered the room? Have you followed them?
Well, I had already said that I've gone outside.
No, well, you're on the way outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mate, I will look at.
That's why I wanted to explain. Okay. So you're all coming down the stairs. I just wanted to clarify.
Oh, okay. So I'm not outside.
So you're not outside yet.
Okay.
You're heading outside. But and I might have said you're outside, but for play mechanics, it's easier I describe this to everyone.
Okay, in that case, then yeah, if I saw the drag marks, I would like to go and have a look, and I will go into the room and sort of walk past there and look at the top, and then look at the big hole in the wall.
Wouldn't we have seen those drag marks? I thought, based on where you put Grom's character, we'd go down these back stairs, not the main ones.
Yeah, that's what Duncan was just saying, that he was waiting to tell us this when everyone was there, so we kind of backtracked as if we hadn't gone down the stairs yet.
Okay. I know. Okay, fine.
Yeah, sorry if I've confused everyone. I did say Ron was outside, but I wanted to get everyone. I wanted to know whether you were following him or not, and there was a long discussion in between because I was sort of saying, I should have probably said Ron's heading outside.
Right.
And I had assumed, my mistake, that you were coming down the main stairs to the front door to go outside, because I thought you said you were at the front.
Yeah, well, I assumed that since I saw him fight it out, I was just going to walk down. But he would have, if he had noticed the marks on the floor, he would have.
Yeah, so you were saying you were going to go down the back stairs. That's my bad.
Yeah.
So I had assumed you'd come down the front stairs. So that's what happened, because I've just gone through that whole fucking thing. So
yeah, cool. In that case, I will go into the room.
I'm just in the hallway.
Yeah.
So
you're in the
in the study then?
Eh?
Are cut and airing in the study.
Yeah, and
They're
now
counted-
Now Gron.
and now Gron is as
they're
well.
still in the dressing room.
I'm going to see if I can do something with your audio, mate, because it's very tinny. Our end.
Sorry.
Not your fault. Maybe, is there like a, just, Discord have like a, what's the adjustment to make
Like
treble and
and
bass?
that. I don't think it does. I think it's just got the noise suppression one, and that's about it.
For God's sake, don't mess with that. Stop working.
Go down. Noise suppression, Chris. What was that down there?
Yeah, we've turned that off because I don't think that makes him any clearer for us.
Oh, right. That's what
One
Alan.
of the things it does do is when you're playing the ambient music, I get a few bars of it, and then it goes silent, and then a few more bars, and then it goes silent.
Alright, well we might try,
Just tell them to come back and use this again.
we might put you on standard noise suppression.
Just pick off all the shit.
How's that? Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can still hear you fine.
I'll try crisp now and see how we go. How's that? How's that?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I can try changing it
It's a
my
little
end
bit
as well. I've got no noise suppression on at the moment.
Yeah,
A little bit quieter.
you're a little bit better though.
I've changed it on my end now to standard.
Is that a little bit better?
A little bit.
Chris, is that better?
Yeah, I think that is.
Yeah,
Alright, I'll leave that on then.
that's much better for him. Yeah, you're much clearer now.
Okay.
Just there's some remote. If it's too loud, just turn it down.
So I'll repeat my question again then. Is are airing and pub in the study?
Yeah.
Because their counters on the map are still in the dressing room.
Well,
Unfortunately, the picture that I have of the TV in front of you guys is just washed out white. I can't see anything on it at all.
surely. They should be in there now.
Yeah, I see them now, thank you.
And Cosron, you're at the stairs, and Clank, you're at the stairs, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. So, Gron, as you get closer, you see a smear of blackened residue mars the floor right underneath where this wall's been ripped open and where these drag marks appear. You're not sure what it is. It could be oil, but it's some sort of stain that's fresh.
Can I sniff it?
Okay.
So perception, I'll take it.
Yeah.
18.
And you have a heightened sense of smell.
I do.
So it is oil.
Okay. Yeah, someone's lit this place up. Right.
But what's clear is that something heavy or caged or bound or something has been hauled out violently from this wall. And that trail then leads to the front door.
So when you say something caged, do you mean like a creature or something?
No, I'm just telling you, something heavy
Was in the wall and now it's been pulled out.
and it's been pulled out violently.
Okay.
And the wall's been smashed down or it's been pulled out. There's something that's gone on here. So, as I said, there's a huge gaping hole. This whole section of the wall's been ripped open.
Does it look, so the drag marks, are they look more like someone's tried to fight being dragged out, or it's just he
No, it's
being dragged?
gouges.
Parallel gouges on the ground.
Yeah, parallel gouges. Clearly something metal
Yep.
has been dragged, or perhaps stone. you're unsure, but you did see sort of speckles of what could be gold flake or something in those drag marks in the hardwood.
So does it look like? I suppose it's hard to tell whether it was in the wall or on the wall. You know what I mean? So is it being ripped off, or have they ripped into the wall to get something out of the wall, or was it just being peeled off?
Give me an investigation check at disadvantage.
That's an
9.
11.
You can't really tell whether. You can't really tell. All you can see is that there's a gaping hole. There's bits of wall and
Yep.
shit strewn. There's books off the other shelves, as if someone was, throwing books off and all that sort of stuff. But that was how it was before, you might
Okay.
recall.
Sorry about
That's all right. But yeah, but something's either come from inside the wall and it's exploded it out,
Okay.
or someone smashed the wall down and pulled bits of it out because it's
Right.
all scattered in front.
Is it just oil? There's no blood or anything in the
There's
wall?
just a patch of oil that's now seeped into, but it's fresh, and you don't recall it being there yesterday.
Okay. Right. Well, I probably wouldn't start any fires in here, Gosron. You hear me yell out from the hallway.
Okay.
I just kind of shrug my shoulders. I don't say anything to Cub or Erin. I just kind of push past them and walk back out the same direction that the drag marks are going.
And that's towards this front door.
Yes. So I'm going to drag.
Now, the front door is open, and you can see no one outside. There's no one walking past. It's still, early-ish in the morning, and I'll now swap the map. Unless anyone else wants to do anything in this building, I'll swap back to Valaki.
No.
Oh, that's cool.
Alright, and we'll just go back to the party marker.
This is a new Balaki map, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Shows how dense the town really is, though.
So if we want to go
That's nothing
To
to
the,
say.
um,
Hang on, just let me, I'll get it centered for you because it's a little center.
So
So,
we
like
would
that.
just
So just to orientate you, that's the blue water inn.
okay,
This is where you are,
okay.
and you're now standing out the front, which I'll place the party token out.
And the direction towards the Basani camp is this to the east, is it?
Well,
I thought, do we know where the Basani?
We do, but I can't remember. What about you, Brian? Do you remember where the Vistani camp is?
South of Balaki.
South.
Oh,
of
okay.
Lucky. Yep.
Alright.
Alright.
So
There's
it's
a
not.
south exit, so let's do that.
so Brian, you should be able to see the party token now.
I can, yeah.
Unless anyone wants to go and hang out with Lady Bhakta, do you want to go south and find this camp?
Yep.
Think strike while the iron's hot, or the Luvash is dead type thing.
So we're going to race your assassin there.
I mean, he's a ghost. I don't know, can they move quick? Everyone happy with me moving it?
Yep.
Go for it.
Alright, hang on. I'll give you the whole shebang. Oh, can you see the whole map, can you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course you can, because you're not on. Now hang on.
So that one?
Yeah. So you can see the whole map, but I'm only displaying that on that. Okay, that makes sense. Right. Okay.
Cool.
So my understanding is that the Vistani camp was down there, maybe. Is that right? Down in that bottom sort of east corner.
Well, you've
No.
got to get there
I
first.
think
So as you walk the route that you went, you see only one or two people out beginning their morning chores, mostly involving taking buckets and pouring them into, parts of their yard, or, someone throws a whole heap of piss into the street. And then as you walk towards the gate, you notice that there are 4 of the town's guard there, wearing Lady Vucta's colours, and the gates are closed.
I approach.
Gron pushes past. It seems we're in our way.
The gates will open in 10 more minutes.
Nope. They open now.
You cannot leave until 10 minutes.
Why 10 minutes?
Well, half the hour of 7 is when we open this gate. Not before. Lady Vucta's orders.
How about every
Since
minute
when?
that goes...
Since when?
Since when?
Well, since Lady Vucta, who is the rightful ruler of this town, assumed her rightful place.
How about every minute that goes past, I rip off one of your fucking toes.
Give me an intimidation.
Come on, Gron.
Go. He says it very clear.
This is a policy change.
Any flicker of what's it called? Don't worry, too late.
Guidance.
Guidance. 12.
He takes a step back.
As he does so, I'm going to psychic whisper the guard.
You better listen. Okay. He looks at you, and he sort of, when he hears the words in his voice, yes, Lady Vucta, I will listen. And he goes, 5 more minutes and then I can let you out.
There's going to be 5 toes.
Threaten me all you like, but I am under strict orders. Not until the bell tolls half. So this gate be open. Lady Vucta wants you to listen. I am, ma'am, I'm listening. I will not disobey you. He mutters under his voice. You need to open.
Clank sits down and he's prepared to wait 5 minutes. So
Gron goes to grabs the handle of his sword.
All 4 guards grab their swords.
Grind, it's 5 minutes.
No, it's a principal thing.
You don't want conflict. Save your toes. Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
As Gron's
No,
staring.
just wait.
Okay.
Hang on. Because I have efficiency, I'm going to use the psychic die as well, which gives me an extra 1d8 on the roll. 7, 4, 11, 19.
He moves uncomfortably and open the gate. The bell will toll shortly. And one of them sort of looks at him, and he then snaps at that guy. Open the gate! And he races, and him and a fellow shift the great big piece of wood that keeps the gate shut, and opens one side of the gate just about that far. And then let them pass, he says as he steps out of the way. Lady Vucta is happy, you've done well.
As I walk past the guard, Gron smiles and you just see fangs in his mouth. Like 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and then just walks past.
You beast of Strahd. Why did you not say?
Gron stops in his fucking tracks. And he just keeps walking.
Hey.
But that fucking hurt him. Psychic damage.
Wasn't that Dungeons and Daddies?
Yeah. Every dad
Every
joke.
dad joke, psychic damage.
Yeah. Have you finished that yet? Duncan?
What?
Have you finished season 1 of?
I finished season 1. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because by the end of it, they use this health aid. Like,
I've restarted it. I'm back up to the car's just gone through the portal.
oh yeah, obviously, son.
Not Odyssey, son.
Okay. So ahead of you, there is a road. It is a T-section. Well, it's actually a crossroads, really. There's the road to the gate that is now about 100 yards behind you. And there is a track that leads south into the woods. And there is a track that leads east and west. You can see some farmland. South?
Yep, right, that's my vote.
Yep.
You said we're 100 metres away from the gate now, are we?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Sorry. That's the wrong one.
Oh, before we leave, I yell out to the guards, Vistani this way? And point south.
Is what?
Is the Vistanis this way? And point south.
I go, what?
Is the Vistani this way?
What?
Thaumaturgy, to increase my voice.
Oh god.
Is the Vistani this way?
No need to yell. Yes, south. Good luck.
Come. Don't want another
You should,
argument, boss.
go through it. You should ask them if a small murderous little shade went after the others.
No, we don't want people to know it was us. Yeah? I'd say he's on his way there if he's not already there. Right, well,
Okay. Who's moving the token? You can move 2 hexes.
Brian's got it. Nice. Yep.
No, just 2 6. I've just got to. Give me 2 6. Yeah, that's 500 yards. Yeah, so each.
It went down, didn't it?
I think it was 10 hexes an hour, wasn't it? That was the new. It was 10 hexes an hour.
I can't
I'm not
remember.
sure, but we used to do. I only know from the old map.
We used to do
Two.
two an hour on roads, one, and I think on this scale, I worked it out. It's 10 hexes an hour,
Okay.
and 5 hexes through the forest. So you now come to a Y section.
I think we should go south again.
Yeah.
You unhappy with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Can I start to smell cooking food or anything like that in a certain direction, or a fire, or?
Give me a
You're Wolverine now.
Okay.
give me a perception check.
10.
I want to do something with that because you know the road goes there. 10. No, you smell nothing.
Okay.
Another 2.
Okay. Brian, I don't know if you can see. You can't see my screen, can you?
Not yours, no.
No, this screen here.
Yeah, I've got it on the remote app.
Got it on your iPad.
And then right in front of you, no, yeah, it's too washed out. I can't see it.
Okay. Well, the rest of you.
What
Well,
if I grab
maybe
the camera
maybe turn the
temporarily
camera
from
towards the TV then for Brian. Yeah.
It just looks completely black to me.
It is so
That's
far.
because it is started.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That hasn't helped really. It's just a white.
Well, we've already fucking pillaged one hill. For the druids, so.
I was going to say vague memories of Yesterhill.
Yeah.
I mean, it resembles like a bonfire, so we should probably recreate something along those lines.
Yeah.
Because we're all under the agreement that these guys are sus now with old love threatening you guys and banishing you.
Yeah, she's not our favourite person.
Was that the general consensus?
So Gron asks, are we killing these people?
Save the children.
Okay.
But I'd say the rest of
If
them are
they
relatively
attack
fair
us,
game.
yes.
Jesse,
Yeah?
can you clarify what name it was you gave the assassin?
Hey?
Can you clarify what the name was that you gave to the assassin?
It was Luvash, or whatever his name is.
Luvash.
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 Luvash. That's
You
it.
said Luvash.
Yeah. So I heard him say Luvash with a B, and I'm wondering if you said you not to kill the wrong person.
No, he said it with a V because I paid very
Oh,
close
okay.
attention.
Is that his name? I can't remember what his name was.
Just some random guys just woken up with his family, about to have breakfast, and then Demon Ghost turns up.
Okay, so you guys have come in and the party is there. And before you... The woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, a small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its side. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, above the fog, is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent, with a column of smoke pouring out through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at the distance, you can smell the odours of wine and horses that emanate from the central area. As you continue to approach, will you stop?
No, we'll continue to approach on.
As you continue to approach, from the hill comes Luvash is dead!
Oh, nice. Hooray!
Calamity seems to be taking. You see people running. You see confusion. From a distance that you're still, some way from this. You're down the bottom of the hill. You've approached one of these houses. As just 30 yards to the due south of you. And before you is the hill, and as you can sort of see in that map, which Brian you can't, but certainly, actually, yeah, that's a good idea. And you can sort of see that people are running concerned, and you hear discreet cry of Luvash is dead.
I
As,
did get it right.
as people are running around, yeah.
It was a 50-50 chance.
Out of the door appears what seems to be an elf.
Out of the tent or
Out of the door of the building near you.
Oh.
Dark skin, dark hair. But he turns, he looks at you, he looks very confused. He takes a step forward and he looks back up, like a step, towards you, because the door to his house is on your side of the house, of his house. Yeah. Takes a step and he looks up the hill and he looks quite confused and alarmed. He then looks back at you, he then says nothing, but he watches you and just stands there. The door is open.
Is the girl here?
He looks at you, looks at your horns.
All three? All three?
All three. Yeah, that's right. You've got the.
I've got
He
the
does. His
codpiece.
eyes are drawn to the codpiece.
The codpiece of girth.
And he takes a step back into his house rather briskly and shuts the door. Shut.
The codpiece of concealed menagerie.
Hey, Gron, that door seems to have closed on its own. You should open that.
He didn't look like a small girl, so I'm not particularly interested in it. Well, should we come do what we came here to do?
Yeah.
You don't want to find out who the elf is?
Grom doesn't really care who the elf is right now. He looked pretty scared of us, so...
What would Cub do? You know what? Cub would have everyone roll the dice. Let's go. Alright, let's go and knock on the elf's door.
Right. Some minis. That might be some fun. No, it'll be fine. What could go wrong?
Cub's a friendly guy. With his charisma of 8. Friendly guy.
Gron's charisma of 14. But he clearly knows something.
Oh, he's very wise.
So what, shut his door and bar it when he sees a group of a angry little dwarf, a kid in a sailor suit, a giant middleman.
Well, considering someone's just been murdered, we rock up and ask where the girl is, and he shuts the door and shoots himself.
Well, he's probably shitting himself.
As you're approaching the door, you see another dusk elf running up the hill, coming from the building next over.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you're at the door. What do you guys want to do? So you put your minis out now, put the party token away.
Wow, so there's houses all around this.
Yeah.
So these are all dark elves hanging out.
Dusk elves, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a difference.
Neither do I.
Did we see if that one running had seen us, or he's just running because he heard the scream?
Give me a perception check.
$15?
15?
Yep.
Appears to be just running.
Okay.
We're gonna knock on the door of the elf's house.
no response.
Okay. Step
There
aside.
continues to be no response.
Step aside. Grom wants the Sparta kick the door open.
You're going to kick the door open?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a melee attack.
So just a classic unarmed.
Your picture on who is on the move now should be with you in the next 10 minutes or so.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Thanks. Oh, hey, Con.
So I'm going to reckless attack this. 20.
Recklessly attacking a door.
Yes.
Okay.
So I hope it doesn't move out of the way.
21.
Okay. And damage?
4 plus. Do I do? I can't remember. I wouldn't give you pluses to that. Plus 2. It's been a while.
Oh, that was lucky.
That was lucky, indeed. Shot.
Just rolling to see if it adds anything. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, just 4 damage.
4 damage?
Yeah, that's what my bludgeoning is.
You hit the door absolutely squarely, and it certainly like creaks, but the lock is still holding.
Grom says knock knock and goes to do it again.
Give me a intimidation check.
My intimidation is always shitty. 13.
Yeah, the door opens. And before you is standing the dusk elf you saw before. He goes, Who are you? Why have you come? What has happened to Luvash?
I don't really give a fuck about him. Where's the girl?
You taunt us.
It's not taunting us. You fucking haven't seen taunting yet. Where's the girl?
All our women were put to death by Strahd a long time ago.
Oh, now I feel bad.
The dusk elves are all men, we have no women. You must perhaps refer to the Vistani, and he looks up there.
We've been told a Vistani child was brought here.
What do we name her?
Yeah, where's Abigail?
With a big Abigail.
Yeah, Abigail.
Where's Abigail?
Luvash's daughter. Yes, she returned only a day or two ago.
Tell us the circumstances about how she returned.
Do we know?
Your
What's the story?
order is right outside.
Huh?
Pizza's outside.
Oh,
Oh, Peter? Okay.
Pizza's right outside.
Alright.
Alright, well, we'll pause on that note.
Alright.
Well, do you want me to ring you back, or do you want to just stay on?
Right, I'll leave the call open. It's okay.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Good.
thanks for the pizza, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Alright, okay.
It was still hot when it got here too, so whatever delivery company brought it from your place to ours, it was pretty good.
It's weird. The Domino's map showed a dragster icon for the delivery vehicle.
Oh, really?
You haven't got a toaster over that side. Oh,
This one?
still drinking this, aren't you?
Yep. Cheers.
Oh, I think it's just a sign of my depraved mind where you said dragster and I immediately went Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Oh,
I mean, maybe the driver was dressed like that. I don't know.
Right, do you want to feel old?
You saw them.
Yeah.
Mate, I can feel old just by washing my balls in the shower.
We were putting the training group through, and we're just talking about bands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I used to listen to Korn a lot. I used to listen to
Oh,
Disturbed.
yeah, you're saying.
Not one of them know who Korn or Disturbed are.
Really?
Which I was just kind of like,
That was the last live gig that I went to in the UK, and that was a long time ago.
That would have been pretty sweet. Didn't go down to the mosh.
No, not right at the front, no. I did nearly deck the kid behind me though when the first song kicked off, because he was wearing so much like spiked jewellery down his arms, and like the crowd kicked off, and he scraped his arm right down my. And I had my top off because he was so fucking hot in there, and I just stopped and turned round and stared at him, and he shuffled backwards.
Like a sad little hedgehog.
Cannonball was the last one I went to.
Good gig though.
Guns N' Roses was the last one. Last gig I went to.
Right, so where were we up to? You just said...
We just said, where's Abigail?
And then he gave us a sub story about his dead family and stuff.
No, the next question was, I asked, what were the circumstances around Abigail's return? Because as I recall, when Clank and I were pursuing Abigail and Santana, thank you, Abigail was like, come on, let's go. And I got the impression that they were colluding at that time, despite the rescue attempt that we tried to do on Abigail in the campsite. So I'm trying to find out from Elfmate if he knows what the circumstances were about how they returned. Whether Abigail was under duress or whether she was...
The alternative way of looking at that was that Abigail was trying to save us from Sintana
Nobody thinks
by
like that.
encouraging her to run away rather than keep waiting on us when she was clearly, out of our league.
Yeah, I reckon 3 more seconds we would have had it, absolutely.
Was she beating the shit out of you guys?
She banished us.
them.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, she banished us to
Yeah.
like
that's
nowhere
right.
for a full minute, and then by the time we came back, they were a full minute sprinting off down the road, and Clank probably could have kept up, but I can't move as fast.
So what did you actually ask the elf?
I just said, like, yeah, well, what were the circumstances around Abigail's return? Like, because we know she was missing for days, and it wasn't that long ago that she came back, so...
That was only 2 days.
Alright.
So what day are we on again?
it should be day 16 now.
Okay.
On day 10. Whether on day 15 a minute ago.
No, yeah, day 16.
Day 16, yeah.
Yeah, 9:26 a.m. Day 16.
Yeah.
Because you got out of town, had the whole discussion, walked about an hour, and now you're standing at the Vistani camp.
Harassing an elf.
Of course. Harassing an elf. That's correct. Yeah. That's the other view of the Vistani camp as you were coming in, which I probably should have given you as well.
So there's little huts all around it.
Yeah, little huts all around it, yep. And the occupant looks very confused. Abigail was returned. Sintana, their witch or whatever she is, she brought her back.
What can you tell us about Santana?
Oh, a fearsome woman. As a whip.
Is she positively regarded in the camp, or is she feared?
She is one of their leaders, yes, and in fact, if it's true that Luvash is dead, I suspect that she will now be in charge.
What's the significance of this hill? I can see all your huts are kind of around this hill. Is this like a place of power for you?
No, it is a place of refuge. As I said, Strahd punished us hundreds of years ago for what he believed was a betrayal of one of our women against him. And he killed all ours, and now those of us that are left live here with the Vistani. We cannot leave, we cannot procreate, we are just relics here, gathering dust and rotting away.
And you're going to accept that?
There is nothing to accept. There is the child's mutterings, of course, but none of that will ever come true. There have been many rumours and many prophecies that have come and gone. We are all old enough to know them all.
This child's mutterings, I take it you're referring to Abigail. Can you shed a bit of light on that?
It's not my place to talk of the child. Go speak to the Vistani if you must, but there seems to be some confusion.
Yeah, what is one of the... we might as well just go up.
Before we leave, who lives across? Who lives next door to you? Who's that down there? As I point to the house where that elf was running from.
Hang on. And he points to this dusk elf who's running up the hill.
Yep.
That's Casimir. Casimir! Strangers! Casimir stops halfway up the hill, turns and looks at you. Stay your weapons! Their killing has already been done.
What killing? We just arrived.
Luvash is dead, apparently. That alone will shift the balance here. You should go! And with that, he turns and runs up the hill and disappears into the crowd of people.
What's your relationship here with Vistani? Do you like them?
The Vistani and us cohabitate. He's looking up the hill while he's talking to you and looks quite concerned. They provide us trade and food, and we provide them wisdom. And we
What kind of
tend to the
wisdom?
fields.
What type of wisdom do you provide them?
We are old and we help them understand their stories, their ancestors, what has come to pass here in this land. I must go. You should too. And he takes a step back, and while Gron seems to be dazing off, closes the door, what's left of it, and tries to, fix it up a little bit.
Alright, well, I'm happy to leave that there. I'll be waiting on Gron to get back and we'll go up.
Yeah.
Brian, is there anything Clank wants to do? You've been quiet a lot this session.
It's, since you changed the audio thing on your end, it's got a bit muddy, and I'm struggling to hear what's going on.
Yeah, the crisp on our side. Because crisp is terrible sometimes, or it's really
Yeah.
good.
You should have mentioned that before, mate.
Well, I thought it was for your benefit that you turned it on, so I didn't want
No.
Is that
to
better?
Is that a little better? I shall just put it.
Yeah, that is better.
Okay, well leave it on that and just let us know if that's no good either.
Okay. So have we left this elf's house and we've gone up to the Vistani camp now?
No, not yet.
We're about to.
I'm thinking that's what Clank would probably want to do because he still wants to find her, so...
I'm just going to place the party down so you guys can sort yourselves out on the map. Sorry, I didn't do that before. There you go.
That's right, I've got all my spell slots back.
So, as you come out of your sort of little werewolfy human daze, the door is shut. The dusk elf has sort of propped it back up and closed it, and your compatriots are looking up the hill towards the kerfuffle that's occurring.
Okay.
Shall we?
I mean, we shall.
Yeah. Let's walk up the hill.
Okay, walk your way up, and as you're at the threshold of the wagons there, bring Casimir back to you.
He's
No, where you guys are. Yeah, just there. Yeah. Can you see that all right, Brian, the screen?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Casimir walks to you and he goes, "It is true, Luvash has been murdered in the night. There is much confusion here. Sintana seems to be holding court. I suggest that you leave unless it is more blood that you intend, but I tell you, we will all not abide it."
Will you abide Sintana?
I do not understand your question.
Well, she seems to be taking over this area. Is that a good or a bad thing? Would you prefer that not to happen?
The Vistani are all the same. It makes no difference to us. We have been here for eons.
Your friend down there seemed to think she was or a witch of some sort that might be a threat to you.
All the Vistani are witches or warlocks, or worse. But it does not concern me.
So if she was to just be removed, you'd have no issue with that?
It is up to the Vistani to decide who will lead them with Luvash's death. Perhaps it will flow to his daughter.
I hear that she's been rambling stories of such. Your friend back there mentioned as such. Can you shed a bit of light on that for us?
It's not my place to discuss Vistani prophecies. I tell you, what you say is true. The girl went missing for some time.
I understand she was brought back by Sintana. Do you
Yes,
know if she was happy to come back?
Yes. Whilst I shall not go into the detail, but from what I understand, it appears that whatever prophecy she was chasing has been fulfilled.
I nudge Aaron and whisper, "Those said this was a rescue. This is a kidnapping."
Well, this is like we rescued her. We found her in the woods.
What the fuck are we doing here then?
Because we got the impression that Santana was trying to coerce this girl.
Well, she accused Erin and I of having kidnapped the girl in the first place, and then threatened us to make us release the child back to her. It all smacked of, the child not wanting to go with her in the first place.
Didn't her her journal as well also indicate something along those lines?
Yeah, she said that Sintana wasn't to be trusted.
Right.
Or is it just the ramblings of a child?
The prophetic child. From what
Yeah, the child who...
It seems like
everyone's-
you already know of the visions the child had. How is it that you know? Did you take her?
We rescued her.
Yeah,
We found her in the
being
woods.
accused of being a kidnapper.
Well, the child went missing 10 days ago.
Yeah, how do you think she came back?
Well, Sintana brought her back, but I do not know the details of her return. I have not yet discussed that with Sintana.
No, because we are the details. We found her.
We found her. Sintana attacked us and accused us of kidnapping her.
So you kidnapped the child? You took her from her home?
Are you accusing us of kidnapping Abigail?
Well, why would you have Abigail, and why would Sintana accuse you of kidnapping her? Are you sure that this is the place for you to be?
100%.
Why would we come back here if we kidnapped her in the first place?
There is much confusion at this moment in time. I suggest you make camp and wait till the Vistani recover from this great and devastating loss of Luvash.
You're good with sneak attacks, right?
I know how to do them.
Mm.
What are you suggesting?
Can we move off a distance for a huddle?
Team huddle. Dad huddle.
We're just we'll step around to this-
Wise words. You're the metal man. I see. And with that, he turns and walks towards the tent and disappears inside it.
I propose that we turn Erin invisible and send him in and have a scout round, see if he can find Abigail and see if she's under duress. If she's not, if she looks like she's happy to be here, then fuck it, let's just go.
Alright, I can do that.
I'll do the same, but I'll go with him.
This is bad. This
Cut
is bad.
Cosrun, are you sure that is what?
Invisibility.
Okay. You've just done it. I'm going to psychic whispers back to the remainder of the party so that we can communicate with them while we are invisible.
How many
and
people
also
can you
with
psychic
each other.
whisper?
Alright, I need both of you to roll stealth with advantage.
Right, give me a second.
Because would it not be wise to psychic whisper with the other invisible guy that we can't see?
Yeah, but also if we need to communicate to you.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
I thought I'll roll for the Vistani with a group check with advantage. So I rolled a 2, and then I thought, oh, that's the bad one. I rolled a 2. So, so the dice gods are saying that they're really upset. So no one notices your invisible movement for the next little while.
Yeah, so it's up to 3 creatures I can see.
Okay.
So,
Alright, so let's go. Let's go and have a look for Abigail.
make our
So
way
who's
slowly.
psychic whispered?
So at the moment it'll be Clank, Cosron, and Cub.
Alright, you can leave the room.
Because Cub will communicate to you any messages of relevance that we send across.
So can I just confirm that you did all this just here? Or did you go
Behind
down
the,
behind the
yeah.
wagon?
Yeah, we did the telephone booth and
Okay.
changed
To
it
be
to
fair, if you were to psychic whisper with Ron, you'd have to shout really loud, get over the other voices in there.
Okay.
What is it? The dad have
Where you going? You can move 6 squares and then stop and let me catch up.
Alright, so let's
So he's buggered off again, isn't he? So he's sort of. So he's
Yeah. Actually, put him in the tent because he's gone back into the tent.
into his wall.
No, tent.
into the center.
Oh, right.
4, 5, 6.
So me and Cub and Clank.
Yeah. So not on the person.
It's so long since I've moved with minis around there, right?
Okay, where's your mini, Aaron?
Oh, I'm still over here.
So where are you moving?
Do we want to check the wagons around the outside? If Abigail is Luvash's daughter, she'll probably be in the center tent.
She will, and I think Sintana's the main issue here.
Mm.
So where have you moved?
Well, do you want to check?
You were going to move 6, so you're.
I was going to say, did you want to check any of these wagons around the outside? Just like look through the windows or something.
I think we've got to wait and see after the 6 steps. So how much damage did that blight hand do to the dog?
2 points.
True.
Doesn't matter how hard
How
you
much
hit it
could
for,
it have done?
it had 2
Okay,
hit points.
so you get to where you are, and what you see is me continuing to crunch the remainder of the chips into the carpet, but the dogs will sort that. So there's a fair bit of chaos still, and there's people sobbing, there's women sobbing. One of Rogan's great painted pregnant women are there, holding a belly. But yeah, people, and certainly no one seems to notice you. There's just a sense of grief and confusion in the entire campsite.
Are the flaps of the tent open?
They're not locked, but they're draped. But yes, there's a small, like you could duck down and get through. You would have to probably crawl through without disturbing the tent flap.
But we can't see in there as such.
No. So the tent flap entry is here, and you guys there. You can do another 6.
I might go around this way.
I'll go around the other.
5, 6.
Yeah, you can move again.
Can you keep moving the tokens as well, please, so I can see what's going on?
4,
Yeah.
5, 6.
Yeah, sorry, Brian, I haven't populated with NPC tokens.
That's all right.
Yeah,
That'll only become important if things turn hostile.
I know. I was thinking that before. But don't worry, I've got a whole heap ready, set to go. I'll just take 5 minutes to set them up around the board. So.
That's if or when.
How did we arrive at the idea that it was a good idea for Codswell to sneak around?
Isn't this the same group of Bastanis that we did this last time and just turned uninvisible to?
No, different group. These are the ones that Sintana basically insinuated wanted to fuck us up for lighting the beacon.
Right. But this isn't Vanilla's one.
No. We keep moving 6 or?
Yep.
5, 6. I'm
Um,
not getting too close to her.
We're on
Yeah,
now.
so as you go around, there are people all around. I'm just not going to populate it all. But there's that many people over that side. You know, people still, you know, now sort of coming to terms with things and sort of calming down. A couple of women are sort of at their fires now in their wagons. As you go past, you can see that they're open and you see them beginning to cook. You hear children screaming and carrying on and, you know, that sort of stuff, and mothers yelling at them.
Aaron, do you have the ability to add another person to Psychic Whispers? No?
No, myself plus 3 others maximum. Why?
Oh, maybe Abigail in there.
If I can't see her, I can't whisper to her.
Yeah, so you're at the tent flap now, and you're nearly at it. What's your intention?
I'm just gonna slip inside.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Give
do
me-
my best not to disturb.
Give me a dexterity. Give me a stealth check.
Stealth check.
That'll do.
I'm just pointing out, Erin, that you could redo this like in Whispers and include like Cub or someone, and then use put Abigail in as soon as you can see her. If that's valuable, I don't know what the point is, but
Okay. Stealth check.
Yep. Yeah,
28.
you're fine. You're good. So as you come in, you see Abigail weeping, draped over her father's body. You see Sintana kneeling down next to her with her hand on her shoulder, sort of whispering something to Abigail.
Can I make out what she's?
Give me a perception check.
Uh, 25.
My dear, I cannot offer you consolation for this great loss of your father. He was a great man. Take strength, my dear. Take strength. And then she stops and looks up, looks around the tent, looks at Casimir, who's the only other person in the tent. We must move on from this, Casimir. Tell your people that Abigail will lead, and I will guide her. Leave us now. He looks and he says, as you wish, Sintana. I must tell you, strangers have arrived. They seem to know of you and the child, and that you accuse them of kidnapping. Yes, they've either come for blood or for answers. On the way out, tell Nimish what you know. Tell him to quietly prepare if things are unfortunate. But I do not want any more loss of life today if it can be avoided. Perhaps Kesimir, you could speak to them on my behalf and tell them that we will need some days before they can come and visit again, and if they do not heed that, then we shall know what their intent is. Did you hear all that, Ryan?
No. I've got the impression that she's trying to tell this Casimir guy that we need to fuck off and nothing about him.
Well, I'll let Aaron tell you through his psychic whispers. How's
Okay.
that? And I'm going to turning the all of it off, so hopefully you'll pick us up a bit better.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so because my psychic whispers are silent, I can whisper while I'm in the room there. The impression that I'm getting is that Sintana wants Abigail to lead, but under her guidance. And she's telling Elf Guy to leave and have a talk to someone else about our arrival. And she's insinuating that we should come back in a few days if we want to talk with her. Otherwise, the assumption is that we're here for blood.
Did you?
Okay, yeah, I've got more or less the gist of what I understood then.
What do you feel we should do?
Now, Cosron, what are you
feel
doing?
like I want to murder the entire camp.
You want to murder the entire camp?
That's all we got.
No, I said I don't want to do that.
No.
And you, what's Abigail doing at the moment?
Abigail at the moment is crouching over
Weeping.
Luvash's body. She's crying.
I don't think we should add with her grief for starting a huge row. So I'm in favour of us just leaving again then.
Anyone
So,
else? Any opinion?
Pause.
Mm.
Cosron, what are you doing? You're outside the flat?
Fireball.
I'll say, Aaron, what's going on? But I'm guessing he's just relayed.
Yeah, well, you're in the psychic loop. So,
Psychic group chat.
Okay.
psychic group chat.
Yes,
If I'm talking to
multitasking at the
him,
moment.
it's not going through to everyone else at the same time, is it? It's only if he passes it on. It's like a...
How psychic whispers work? Is it 1-to-1 or is it just a group chat?
Here we go. As an action, choose up to 3 creatures you can see. Roll 1 psionic energy die. For a number of hours equal to the number rolled, the chosen creatures can speak telepathically with you, and you can speak telepathically with them, as long as you are within 1 mile. So, rules as written says you talk to me, you don't talk to each other.
Yeah, they can't talk to each other, but they
Yeah.
all hear what you say.
Yeah. My assumption is that if I choose to speak to everyone, I can sort of broadcast as a group. But if they want to say anything, they say it to me.
To you, and then,
And
you
then
have to
I relay it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Aaron, I understand. Obviously, Sintana is more or less standing over her right now. Is that right?
Yes.
No, she's crouched down next to her.
Crouched down.
She's on her
Okay,
knees
okay.
next to her, with her arms around over her back as Abigail is weeping over her father's body, which you notice is bloodied at the neck, and basically you can see that his neck has been cut.
Aaron, do you believe that Sintana is not a good fit for this? Do you think she might be a risk here?
Can I try and get a gauge on Sintana's emotional state right
Insight check, give me one.
now? Oh god. I'm good at what I'm good at.
What's Grom doing?
He's just standing there watching everyone close their eyes having their conversations, and he's just. But also, I just wanted to check.
Weren't you in on the loop?
No.
Nah.
Oh,
Was it
Cubs
Cub?
relaying any.
Ah, it was Cub, that's right.
Messages,
Yeah.
And then so if Cub's telling me what you've
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
he's just going to say, can you talk to Abigail somehow? What does she look like? Does she? I get that she's sad. Can you not?
At this point, Casimir leaves,
Mm.
and I need you to do a dexterity saving throw with advantage,
Yeah.
so he doesn't walk on you.
Okay.
I'm just looking on the Legend Keeper. Under Santana, it says that Abigail claims that Santana and the others
12.
in the camp plan to give her to Strahd.
That was in a journal.
So that was in
well,
a journal. So then I
It's
would have known.
literally
this.
why the fuck are we...
Okay, because
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to know when I said why we're here. So now that gives me some more intention that we need to actually do something. Because if I think that they're doing this to give Sam, to give her to
How'd you
Strahd,
roll on that?
12.
You feel that she is quite sincere in her emotion and care towards the child.
Okay. I will send to the group. Santana seems to be quite sincere in looking after Abigail, which sort of puts me in a bit of a
Casimir now walking towards the rest of you at the wagon.
a bit of a loss as to what Abigail's written in her journal and what I'm seeing now. I don't really know how to make it.
well, it just sounds
Well,
like a bargain.
she may be a doting parent, but she plans to hand him over to, or hand her over to Strahd. So,
Does she know?
Yeah, it's,
according to the child, who apparently they believe in his prophecy, that's very much the case.
Santana neither confirms nor denies this, but becomes visibly shaken when accused.
The woman with red eyes speaks kindly, but her voice fights chains. She serves the devil's deal.
Do you have the ability to psychic whisper with Abigail, as you are now?
I do, but there's no saying how she'll react when she hears me.
What if you can tell her that Santana did this?
Seems to be dead.
And that you have a way out.
I mean, you're literally the devil's advocate. Yeah. No, I'm not going to do it. It doesn't seem right. How do you guys want to proceed? So I'm just crouched in the tent, watching Santana try and console Abigail.
Is it going to be at any loss if you just try and even psychic whisper to Abigail? Not tell her that Santana did this, but just to check.
I can try it. Yeah?
Because maybe you can see.
Alright, so I might get myself just across to the side there. So I'm in line of sight, get out of the way. Alright, yeah, I'll drop
Doesn't matter.
Nick. Yeah, I'll drop Nick off because I can't see him and I can't see you and I can't see Clank. So if I redo the psychic whispers, I'll lose everybody.
Yeah, true, you can't see me anyway.
Can't see you, you're invisible. I need to be able to see you. That's rules as written.
Sure. Hook up with one of the others decided that you can see and start some
Start some shit.
Well, at this point, if that's the case, I still think it's worth you talking to her, but maybe I will go join the rest of the group. You try and have a chat, gauge if she wants to be here, if Santana is truly going to give her to Strahd. Just gauge from her if it's worth us helping her here.
Anybody else? Any comments?
I don't see anything in her journal that said that she intending to give her to Strahd?
So
The entry about that we think are about Sintana, because she's never named, just says, "Do not trust the whip. The woman with red eyes speaks kindly, but her voice hides change." And then she serves the devil's deal.
Well, we do know that she has the whip, so that's clearly her then.
carries
We know that, and we know she has red eyes.
Oh, okay, there you go then.
But we don't know what the devil's deal is.
Well, if they're talking about, so we don't know that he's giving it to Strahd and that.
It says Abigail claims that Santana and the others in the camp plan to give her to Strahd.
Where did it claim? What?
On the
Where
Legend
was
Keeper.
that claim?
On Legend Keeper under Santana.
Yeah, under Santana, yeah.
Under Sintana. I remember reading that. Wow, hold up.
Was it when you guys were talking to her and the whole Sintana thing happened?
I've completely forgotten that.
Because that's
a pretty big...
Because that gives us all urgency to do something. Because before that I was kind of like, why are we going back for her? But now that point makes it like, okay, fuck. We do need to do something.
Well then, yeah, I guess the thing is to do it urgently and find out if Abigail really worries about that, so...
Yeah.
Alright, well, shall we ask guys, you want to try and talk to her? If... Just,
How long's the visibility last?
hours.
Hours?
Yeah.
Because maybe her innocent father was the only one protecting her from not going to Strahd.
Yeah, hour. 1 hour.
Yeah. So you're about 15 minutes in now. Okay.
Yep. Got time. Alright. I'll have a chat to Abigail.
I'll make my way out.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Oh.
Am I good to just make my way out and rejoin, or do you want me to?
Yeah. No, you can go. Yeah.
Don't cancel the spell.
That's who you are, Henry.
What's that?
And don't forget to tell her who you are, that you're one of the ones that found her at the lake.
Yes.
Now I walk up to... Well, I'm guessing you are all kind of... Are you still back there, Clank, or are you up with the group?
I walked away from the camp because I didn't want the Vistani to look at the group and go, oh, where are those other two guys gone? And suddenly wonder about that. I thought it'd be better if we moved out of Ice.
Sure. I just hadn't moved my token, but I assumed that we were all moved out of the way, so...
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go here.
Yeah, I'll be over by you, Clank. Yeah, I think we're going to be careful here.
I think we dodged a bullet getting rid of Luvash, because I feel like it would have been him and Sintana against us. And if he's the leader, he's going to be stronger than her, you'd think.
Maybe, had we met him before?
No, but she heavily
we don't
indicated,
about him.
yeah, she more or less insinuated that, oh, go to him, and thought that was funny, and her intention was, oh, we were going to get killed by Luvash.
Right, okay. But Abigail seems quite upset, so it's a very touch-and-go situation.
Yeah, but I get that it's her parents and stuff, but they're going to give her to the big bad.
Is Santana her mum?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
I feel like if we ever do manage to convince Abigail that she wants to come with us, we never mention the fact that we arranged to have her
Yeah,
father killed.
I was just thinking, I was like, she's gonna be very unhappy when she hears what the reason is
Yeah.
that her father died.
I really feel like it would have been a sound tactical move to talk about who we were saying that as it not.
No, it all happened so fast.
Yeah, I don't think we had time to Because he was literally saying, "Give me your name." Like,
Yeah.
this guy.
When we were out eating the pizza, Jesse's like, I should have said Carden.
Honestly, I was thinking either Luvash or Lady Bucker.
Oh, Lady Buck, that would have been a good one.
Yeah.
Lady Buster would have been brilliant. That would have been an epic move.
Well, we can go back.
Yeah, how firmly was that mirror attached to the wall? Could
Very.
we just carry it down?
It was fastened. Yeah, no, I asked that because what I was thinking was raise the dead guy, get him to carry the mirror, cover it with like a sheet so it comes with us, and then dress him in the wedding dress because no one's going to ask about that.
Oh, God. Wait, what dead guy? This guy?
No, there's a dead guy in the
Baron's house.
Burgomaster's place.
Oh, right, yeah.
Burgomaster wasn't the nicest of chaps, it seemed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was torturing some dude.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, and obviously his wife had a freaking mirror that could just kill random people, so...
True.
But Vakta doesn't seem to be a shining...
Well, we don't know that the wife knew how to use it.
Didn't you just touch it and that's when you found out?
I felt it, yeah, but
He did
I
an
rolled a
arcana
20.
check on
Oh,
it.
true, yeah.
I rolled a nat 20 and then I identified it.
Right.
But I wrote the phrase down, so I'm more than happy to go back there tomorrow and give it another go. Because we could just pick off as many of the weaklings that we could think of.
And then we can do like the ones in Shard's Castle, just start knocking them all out.
I'm guessing it's not going to be someone too powerful though.
Yeah, we could try and get all the lower ones done.
Mm. And I'm also very curious that I rolled a percentage die when I used it. So I
Yeah,
feel-
that was a 75%.
yeah.
Oh wait, what was that for?
That was after using it. So
Oh,
I
right.
think if I rolled under that, something would have happened to me.
Right.
So maybe we don't use it too much more. Just one more, please.
Wow. This is a long conversation they're having.
I know, it's making me nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, if he just said to her, Sintana did this, just make it. Like, I know it's horrible, but it's sowing discourse. It's getting her the fuck away from her, and then we can deal with what we need to deal with.
Next on my to-do list after this is a visit to the Amber Temple. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick's going to be really kicking himself for missing this one, isn't he? He could have been doing so much holding his head in his hands.
Yeah. And sighing, deep sighing. Oh, I feel like we're gonna either fight our way out or we just leave.
We can't just leave. Like, as a cleric, you couldn't possibly leave, right? This is a child that might be handed over to her.
And to be fair, Gron won't want to leave without her being safe, now that he knows what Strahd's capable of.
And this chick banished you, remember?
I do remember that.
And
I am still confused about the motives, though.
of why she did it. Maybe,
Yeah, about why she was suddenly, like when Sintana first arrived, Abigail was acting like she was scared of her, and then like 5 minutes later she was just like, oh yeah, right, I'll go with her.
Do you reckon she was charmed or something?
Yeah, maybe. But I've not been able to grapple with what happened. MQ's still confused about what the right thing to do is. I mean, whatever happens, Plank is going to be very averse to killing all the Vistani here because that's not going to make Abigail happy.
No,
No.
I don't
You
want to
know,
kill all of the
most them
Vistani.
are family.
I don't want to kill all the Vistani.
Just Santana.
Just
Yeah, but I just think that if you start by killing Sintana, the rest of them are not going to go, oh, it's all right, mate, we'll just let you go.
they will if Abigail's leading them.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm very anti-stop Indians fighting.
So this works because we're all in the same area, so we are actually having this conversation in
Yeah.
game as well. We're just not yelling it. But yeah, look, I'm all for dealing with her if we can. I feel like her guiding her is not a good thing.
Yeah, no, she's just going to be fucking not going to be good if that keeps going.
But yeah, definitely keen on the Ember Temple.
Yeah. Because that's south, is that Mount Caucasus?
Yeah, I think so. And if it's a holy place, you should be able to get some stuff there. But you're attuned to the icon now, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, nice. That gives you extra heals, doesn't it? Because I know if we're within...
Give me 1 cure wounds extra.
Oh, that's alright.
It doesn't it? Does it still give us like whoever's around you gets? Was it?
Any undead
Yeah,
disadvantage.
within 30 feet of me, you get protection from evil and good against things and undead.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, you're not getting...
It isn't going to help here.
No.
No.
It stops you from being charmed, too. Isn't that what protection from good and evil does?
I've got the spell of it, so hang on.
Does it break a charm spell?
I think so.
So if she is charmed, would that break a charm spell on her? On Abigail?
Huh. Might. If she's charmed.
If she is charmed and you're within 30 feet.
She's been charmed by an undead warfree.
Oh, so not Santana.
Well, she's
Yes.
she's a bit fiendish. I mean, who hangs out with a whip?
Yeah. Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I've just found the full series of Berserk on YouTube,
Oh, yep.
and I haven't seen it before. But like,
The original? Or
yeah, the '97 one.
It's brutal.
Is it good?
It's watch that and then watch the
Because it got remade or something, eh?
OVAs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch. Honestly, probably watch the OVAs as well.
Yeah. I want to watch the original first though.
Yeah, the OVAs do a few things differently, and it's a lot more bloody. Which
Right.
somehow, considering how
Bloody this one is.
yeah, it's pretty full on though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch it.
But the new series is it's still going.
Was it?
Yeah, because there's all that, and then there's another 1 or 2 seasons after it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they end up going to like a fucked up church,
Oh.
and then they end up dealing with like his berserker armor after all that,
Oh yeah.
which is nuts.
Gone for a
Right,
while.
that was an interesting conversation.
Hey, hey.
Okay.
You can't hear us.
Can't,
we
you
can't
can't
hear
tell
you.
us
No,
yet.
I'm not going to tell you anything. So,
I think it's in front of you.
yeah.
In front of your screen.
Oh, yeah, that's it there.
This one?
Oh, that one? No, that's the Arcane Grimoire.
Oh, right. Oh, someone's got a grimoire. Someone picked something up.
I've got a grimoire.
Have you got a card for it?
No, so that would be
There you
one.
go.
It's a +1 to wizard stuff, so it's useless
Yeah.
for me.
Girls are wizard. His spell was just.
So, what I intend to do before I leave the book is to make a copy of it. Just in my own writing. On another piece of parchment or something.
Under the wagon? Or where?
Well, no one can see no one can see me or what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm just going to jot down the contents of the book so that I have them as reference,
Okay.
and then, so that we can still reference the things.
Okay.
But
You-
yes, get that back.
okay.
What have you just done?
We don't know.
We don't know.
He's not back yet, but
I can't put it in.
Can
I
I
can't
get
put it
you
in
all
the
to
notes
roll?
Unless you tell me.
can I get you to all roll perception checks, please?
5.
10.
16. Clank, as you're looking around, waiting and waiting and waiting, getting worried, you suddenly notice Erin underneath one of the wagons, hunched over, scribbling something.
I did. I wonder if he knows she's visible now.
Alright.
So I assume it's been an hour.
Has it
Oh,
been
has
an
it
hour?
been an hour,
Yeah.
has it?
I assume so. If he's visible.
Yes, because he's just done a task that would take some time.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm visible now then, I guess.
Yes. And you suddenly see Cosron standing behind you.
Oh, I let them know I was there. So.
So once I've finished carrying out that task, then I'll go and rejoin the party.
Okay.
The key's about to turn off.
Oh,
So, in the meantime, pause you.
Yep.
We're going back in time, and Casimir now comes down to you guys.
Right.
Am I still invisible?
Yes, you are.
I'm invisible.
So, you've managed a way to now temporally
Temporary.
split the party.
Panko
So, Brian, can you hear us okay?
Yep.
Okay, so Casimir comes down to the three of you who are down there. Is that right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Yeah. And he goes, are your companions here still?
Yeah, just taking a shit.
I see. Roll persuasion.
15.
Yes, on. Well. And as nature does, as nature must. So, I have spoken with Santana, and she is curious, and so am I must admit. Are you here to shed more blood, or what is your intentions?
I look over at Clank and say, "There you go."
When we parted company with Santana last, she had attacked us after accusing us of kidnapping the girl Abigail. Initially, Abigail did not want to go with her. We were concerned for the girl's safety, so we came here to find answers.
Abigail? Luvash's child? And then
Yes.
he sort of catches himself and he says, "May the morning Lord bless his soul and allow us to leave this place. I believe as a Vistani he might just make it to his world beyond this. But yes, Abigail, the child, you the ones who took her?
No, again, Santana found us while we were wandering the shores of the lake to the north of Valaki. She told us that Abigail was missing and asked us to help look for her, which we did. We found her a day later, and then Santana turned up and accused us of having kidnapped her, which we didn't. We were trying to follow Santana's wishes, and then she threw our help back in our faces.
Ah, you have met Santana then. She is.
Yes, she was deeply unpleasant.
You would not be alone in your thoughts. But alas, she has her place. And yes, she did find Abigail. And she did talk of kidnappers. But perhaps I can see there's a misunderstanding. The girl is safe. I suggest that you find your shitting partners and depart. This place needs no more trouble here today. Murder, most foul, has taken.
We're not here for trouble, we're here for answers.
If you are here for answers, then Santana has said that you must come tomorrow. For today, they will send Luvash off. That will be their focus.
Do they want blessings for him? I am a holy man.
I cannot speak for the Vistani, but they have their own rituals. And I do not think a stranger would be welcome. Even us, the Dusk Elves, their guides and partners here for many eons, are not invited to such things. I suggest you rest up in the woods to the east. Perhaps stay close to the road and do not go too far from this place. And come on the morn. I would warn you against going to Valaki. It is a place of ruin and chaos now.
Oh, we know.
When wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, shall we go? We'll take your words. We'll go and discuss our next course of action. I'll start heading off back into the woods, indicating that the others should follow me.
Well, should we wait for our shitting friends to return? Yeah.
Well, they're shitting in the woods, aren't they?
Yeah, but
I have enough of this talk. And he turns and he walks back up into the main camp.
Now I'm out of eyeshot.
Alright, and now we've caught up, so that's occurred. He's materialised, writing in the journal, underneath, or writing something down, underneath a wagon. And at this point, he still remains unseen. Well, there's certainly no reaction. You don't know if he's been seen or not, but there's certainly no indication that he has been observed and called out. So, Aaron, what's your intent?
So once I've finished carrying out that task and
You're now
leaving
complete?
the thing under there, I go and rejoin the rest of my party, but I approach them in such a way so that I don't just appear out of nowhere.
Right. Give me a stealth check.
Have you not noticed that you're visible again now?
Oh, I know that I'm visible, but I'm still very, I don't just want to pop up out of nowhere when people aren't expecting me.
It's still very sneaky.
Stealth check? You're not underestimating the sneakiness.
I think Brian's frozen.
yeah, Brian, you're frozen.
He's underestimating my sneakiness.
I'm not frozen, I'm still here.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, we can hear you. Oh, nice.
So that's a 30 on my stealth roll.
Okay, you surprise everyone by turning up.
There we go.
There we go.
Welcome back.
Okay, so all of you are now back together, halfway down the hill. And so what is your intent?
Well,
So as we walk, I make sure that we're out of earshot of.
so we are walking towards the.
Head towards the hut, I guess.
Yeah, let's sort of walk towards the hut, and on the way I'll. So guys, there's some interesting stuff going on in the camp. Abigail is okay, and she honestly wishes to remain in the camp. Obviously, the death of her father is shocking to her, but she sees it as an opportunity to lead the Vistani under her care in the right direction, i.e. away from Strahd. So she's expressed that she wants to be left here, and I'm okay with that, but something very strange is going on between Santana and what was the name of the elf? Nismo? Nista?
No.
Because
Samish and Nimish.
Nimish. Sintana and Nimish.
No.
I thought Sintana and Nimish were bumping uglies based on
No.
the discussion.
Yeah, it was Namish.
Namish.
Samish.
Samish.
And Nimish.
Yep.
Have the Dust Girls have no women and therefore they have no love, she said. And then she said, except for Samish and Nimish, who have an unnatural love. That's what she said.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled that insight check poorly because I thought that Sintana was getting it on with Nimish. Anyway.
No. Nimish is getting it on with Samish, but in a very gay Dust
Oh,
Girl
like a
way.
Brokeback Mountain kind of way.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Scratch that. So Abigail has said that she's going to reach out to Manamiva for guidance. As you know, as much as she might not trust Sintana, she's in a position right now where she has no one else to care for her. So I've said to her that it's probably best if she reaches out to Manamiva, which she said that she would. But I think at this stage there's nothing else that we can do here.
Okay. Good enough for me.
Yep.
I mean, that's good.
Right. And the temple time then.
Yep. What time of day is it now? Is it?
It's 10:40 a.m.
Alright. I suppose.
Okay.
Let's head to the temple. I mean, that's not a bad thing.
No.
She was going to get given to Strahd, and now she's pretty much definitely not given to her.
Well,
Well, not definitely not. She's made less likely.
You providing any insight to that? Only ask, you don't have to.
yeah. Look, she feels that it still might be a risk for her, but I've encouraged her to reach out to Manamiva at least.
The fuck is Matt Eva gonna do? Tell a fucking story?
Well,
Does she know how strong he is now?
So, Dave, can I just quickly ask, is that what you recall, or is that what you're saying?
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, she said that she'll reach out for guidance from Manamiva, but I think at this point there's not
But
much
what is-
else we can do.
Matt Eva ain't gonna do shit. She doesn't realise how strong he is. What's he gonna do? Go and tell her a fucking bedtime story?
Yeah, probably.
This.
Doug, can I get an insight check to see whether or not I think Aries telling us the full story?
At disadvantage, because I just needed to clarify something, because there's been one mistake already, so I just wanted to make sure that...
Intentional one.
if it's intentional, that's fine. I've got no problem with that. But let me bring up my...
16.
Oof.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think at this point there's not much else that we can do here. Even if we were to try and wipe out all of Astani, it's not really going to.
We don't need to wipe out all of the stars. It's just one. That's the risk here.
If you guys are leaving, are you leaving?
Well,
Have you left? Are you walking away?
we're still walking away at the moment, but if you... So, what's happening? Are you telling us that you think
No,
he's
I'm just shaking my head, like, you know, at the shittiness of my fellow party members, as usual.
The what?
The shittiness of my fellow party members, as usual.
Shittiness. Well, is it? Well, so what are you suggesting, Clank?
I just said I think we should go to the Amber Temple.
Well, Gronda's thinking he's. Oh, I suppose he doesn't know. He still thinks that if you think there's a chance she's getting taken, we can't let that happen. You weren't there. You guys weren't at dinner. You didn't see what he was capable of.
They kind of did because they dragged it back. Yeah.
I would much rather murder this whole fucking village of Vistani than let her go to him.
Is that what you want to do?
I'm just telling you now. Where he can't. I don't want to let him go.
Well, all I can say is Abigail believes that she's safe and that she has influence to guide her people away from Strahd.
But you also said that there's still a risk of her being taken. So where's that coming from?
Well,
Is that Santana?
She gets taken.
What do you know that you're not telling us?
What I know is that Abigail might end up being the leader of this Vistani camp, but she's still young and Santana has sway over her.
And that's an issue.
Well, it is an issue, unless you want to go back in there and take Santana out now or come back at a later time. What do you want to do? Abigail believes that she has it in hand.
Abigail's a child, though.
True.
If she gets taken, it's on you.
Why on me?
Because we're not going to do anything about it.
I'm giving the information to the entire party so that we can make a collective decision. And I've honestly asked you, Bron, what do you want to do? And you're saying it's on me.
Alright then.
It's a trick question. Don't answer it when he asks you what you want to do. You'll make him throw things into lakes.
I think we should fucking camp out here, wait for them to go to sleep, and fucking take out Santana.
I feel like we should speak to Santana at the very least before we leave. She attacked them and claimed that.
I would be massively against this. Plank is absolutely against it.
Against what? Attacking Santana?
Yeah, neither of these party members are attacking this party.
Oh, no. What about us speaking with Santana and not attacking? Do you have an
Well,
issue?
we've been told if we want to speak to her, we need to come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we were told by an elf.
What's wrong with the elf?
What's right with the
We
elf?
were told that that's literally what Santana said. By hearing.
I think we should wait till tomorrow before we do anything.
I think we should go to the Ember Temple and come back through here. If we're not going to do anything now, there's no point doing it in the morning when they're rested and ready to go. If we're going to do something, it's now. Otherwise, we should go south, go to the temple, see if we can arm ourselves in some way better. I'm not really keen on taking out the entire Vistani camp. We could, but it's probably not a really good idea, and several of our party don't want that.
I feel like you could probably see like the first sign of actual fear, a little bit of fear in Grond when he was talking about her going to Strahd.
We'll do what we can to avoid that her going to Strahd, Grond. We don't want that either. She seems like she will be some type of ally according to the prophecy. She will help us. If she's leading the Vistani against Strahd,
Dave, can I just see for a sec?
Yeah, of course.
if she's leading the Vistani against Strahd, that to me is more effective.
True. Yeah, right.
Or I could just walk up to her and cast light.
Set the fucking tent on fire, kill them all, kill Abigail too, be done with it. I'd rather die than be sent to Strahd.
Should have done Santana, not Luvash.
But to be honest, it sounds like
It was just as bad.
yeah, at
And
least
this is
she
getting her.
in the running to read it.
she's leading him.
Right, so out of character, I've misunderstood what Abigail has said to me. Very clearly.
Okay.
Has Duncan just beaten it into you?
No. I think the way that I heard it was that the Vistani were going to take her to Strahd to sacrifice her.
I did not say that.
No, that was my interpretation.
Right.
You know, and when she's like, you know, they're going to take me there and all that sort of stuff, and that was how I read it. So I was very clearly mistaken about that. Can I say to the group what you've said to me, or is that...
Are you going to tell them? You can, yes. Yeah, if
Yeah,
you're going to
yeah.
tell the party members, yeah.
Yeah. So,
So what Aaron does, he goes, no, hang on.
yeah.
I think I fucked that up.
Yeah, well, no one is infallible. So, when Abigail was having the prophecies, and she was saying all of this stuff about how Strahd's evil and he's, you know, the devil and all of this sort of stuff, her father and Sintana were going to take her to Strahd and try and convince her that Strahd's not as bad as what she was saying that he is. Now that her dad's passed away, she thinks that as the leader of the Vistani, or potentially, that she might have more sway with them. But it doesn't change the fact that she's still coming up with stuff that basically goes against what the Vistani are all about. Or these guys anyway. So
right. Okay.
I think...
So there's much less reason to fear for her safety in that case, because
okay.
what was going to happen
So
was that they were trying to think of how all the other Vistani feel, which is that they're Strahd's special friends, and he lets them come and go as they please.
Yeah. So I'll just clarify to help see. Dave's going to tell you anyway, and Aaron tells you the full story. So essentially, Abigail was having visions and getting really worked up as children do about this shit, and so she was getting into trouble because she was talking against Strahd, and these Vistani serve Strahd basically. They have a symbiotic relationship, and they do his bidding when he requires them to. And in return for that, you know, he you know, has given them historically access, and he also lets them do their own thing, right? So she was like causing lots of problems. Luvash and Santana were threatening, you know, well, we'll take you to Strahd and like you can see, and she's like, no, he's evil, he'll kill me, and all this sort of stuff that a kid would imagine.
Right.
She was so worked up about her visions, and they getting more and more intense, that she had to find this metal man and give him the Ember Shard. So she's found the Ember Shard. She's then looking for, because when she found that, she realised that the prophecy must be true because she found that, and then she's gone to look for the metal man. Well, you guys were all cruising around the countryside, right, instead of being at Valaki. So she's gone, looked for you, has gotten lost in the bush, stumbled across you guys. Then Santana's turned up, thought that, you know, you lied to her, you know, that you kidnapped the child, and that, yeah, and she also probably feared that, you know, you might be the ones that will take, you know, kill Strahd or all that sort of stuff. So she then took her. Because she had given the Ember Shard to the Shiny Man, she was happy to go because she felt that she had fulfilled her prophecy.
Right.
So she came back, she got whipped by Sintana, which she explained is just the way it is, because I ran away and I was naughty. And, you know, everything was good with the dad again. Sintana is this person, you know, there's power in the community. And, you know, she will guide her. But Aaron suggested Madame Eva, and Madame Eva's Vistani are not, they can still come and go, but they're not favourable of Strahd, obviously, because they've helped you guys and told the prophecy. So there's sort of two groups. They do communicate and all that sort of thing, which is why Santana went to Madame Eva to see if, because she thought Abigail might have run off to Madame Eva because Madame Eva's more known to be a little against Strahd, but no one really talks about that because it's Madame Eva and she, So that was the whole shebang.
Right.
So that's what she explained to Erin, essentially, and that she wanted to stay here. She felt she was safe, and she wanted to, basically, if she's gonna, when she comes of age, to then govern in her own right without a guardian or advisors. But she really liked the idea Dave came up, which is to go and see Madame Eva and perhaps get her and try and bring them together again and have Madame Eva guide her, because she also knows Madame Eva's more against Strahd, and therefore she's hoping that she can bring all the Vistani together. And then she's hoping that you are the chosen ones as per Madame Eva's prophecy, because you sort of fit the bill. And the Ember Shard and all that sort of Embergleam Shard and all that sort of stuff, it's all in her head, it's all falling into place, and so she just wants to now leverage that for her people. But she's absolutely devastated that Dad's dead.
Right. Yeah, so basically, following all of what you've just said down, what I just heard was, did he think that's bad?
Well, not necessarily.
And also, Gron was
No,
so close to murdering all these Vistani for that.
Yeah.
So Erin's explained all that.
Yep.
As you guys have walked back the way
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think time's come here, and he thinks we should be getting from the Amber Temple now.
Yeah, okay.
I'll head to the mirror at a later date and we'll deal with Sintana then.
Deal with Carden then.
Right. You guys can see the map it should be presenting. If you could just pass me back all the minis that are surplus, I'll sit them away. Can you give me the hard ones first?
How was the team taken suddenly gone all the way back to Dragon Castle?
My bad, I thought that was the Vistani camp.
Zoom.
Yeah, for whatever reason, the fog of war's not actually cleared where the Vistani camp is.
Yeah, it's here, isn't it?
Yeah,
where,
we can
where,
see it on this.
where the thing is. Where it's got
Where what thing
party
is?
token on them.
Well, on my map, we're in the middle of black.
Oh.
Just
Yeah,
have you tried refreshing, Brian?
Give it
There's
another
the
go.
other one and there's the others.
Oh yeah, there we go, that's better.
So, where was it that we went all the way down here to?
What's that?
That's
So-
the swamp.
When did we explore down past the swamp? Was that where the
I
swamp?
think that's all part of the swamp.
This was where Babala Saga's
Oh, right.
thing was.
Okay.
And then if I remember, that's Berez, maybe?
Oh yeah, of course, the ruins
Yeah.
of Perez, where old matey who wanted to give us a big speech but couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
And then Cub proceeded to bash the living shit out of
Shit
him.
out of them, yeah.
Good times.
Great times.
Alright. To
So-
the Amber.
Does anyone actually know where the Amber Temple is?
In the mountains somewhere?
It's in the mountains that are the south end of the map, which again are all covered in black on mine.
So it's on the southwest, is it? Yeah.
It's
Mount Gargus, yeah. So southwest.
it's almost due south of us, I think.
So where are we?
It's slightly southeast.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is too.
That's Balaki.
So if we backtrack a bit,
So that's...
So we're like up
So
here
that-
at the moment.
Yeah, so we've just come out of Balaki, so
We're here. You can see that little nub here.
where's the map? So if we
Where?
I
backtrack,
can't really see any roads that lead there. I'm thinking we should probably follow the riverbank.
yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, there's a little gap in the river though, and there's like a lake.
Oh.
But then it looks like
Yeah,
a big
but then-
waterfall.
We maybe follow the fork that starts heading southeast and see if that gets us somewhere.
But then that looks like a big ass waterfall.
So can I just...
I can't see the map that you're looking at, so I'm.
So if we're like, so we're here,
You're here.
yeah. And if we wanted to follow the river down, and the fork there, and wanted to go that way, that's a big, looks like a big ass waterfall.
Oh yeah, it's a lake and waterfall. Yeah.
So
So if you have a look on this map, that you can see. So you're here. That's back to Valaki.
yeah,
There's this that bridge, Luna Bridge. No, I think that's Luna. Anyway, there's two bridges. You've got the crossroads here. Road here that goes to the winery. There's the winery there. Right. You've got this road that goes to Argenvostholt. Okay, and so you got Berez, Argenvostholt, and you guys did all that.
yeah,
And then you came back. Well, I think you came back that way. Went to Valaki. North of Valaki's Lake Baratok and everything. You're in this little patch of woods here. So you've got the sort of salvage road that runs here, and then that goes to Kresik that way. Remember, you came back from the winery, and I think went to Kresik.
This way.
And that one goes up to the tower, I think. So
The
that's
rubble,
that
you
goes
mean?
up to the rubble.
Yeah. And south of that's the trail down. Is that where?
That's that one.
That leads into the mountains there.
No, not really. Like maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Yes,
it does.
Yes. So
Yeah, so we've got to backtrack up there.
we're gonna go back up towards
Which can't hurt. We could go check out Esmeralda's
Wigan.
wagon. Take what we can out of that.
Wasn't it rigged with explosives?
Oh, we can figure out a way.
I'll get a lot of six-sided dice ready.
Alright, so yeah, we'll head up towards that bridge to Berez.
Alright, move yourselves 10 hexes.
So I suppose we have to come up along this road up
So
to the bridge.
that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, that is 1 hour later. It's now 11:45 a.m. And you're at a crossroads.
We carry on
Good
the
to
main
go.
road.
Okay.
Yep, you can go whichever way you like.
Oh, wait. We go up. So we want to go check out.
No.
No? Well, it's either
No,
way.
no, keep going. That's not here yet. Because we can.
You don't want to go to Esmeralda's car.
But we can cut. We can cut back up this way, can't we? I suppose it's back.
Yeah, I
It's
can.
all the way down.
I'll re-image the map for you.
I think if we go north, it's a quicker route to get to Esmeralda's
okay,
car.
Yeah. Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10.
Okay, it's now 12:45. You're getting hungry, so those who need to eat, scratch off a ration, and if you've got 3 scratches, put it in the pile. You're doing, so Nick needs to do 4 rations. Can you just let him know? Yeah. Okay. So you're going up to the blowing up tower?
Does no one's got any issues with me going and trying to open the wagon?
I am taking a couple steps back.
Remember to go through the trapdoor in the floor, not through the door at the back.
Yeah. Alright. So we get to move 10?
You sure do.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Add it on the main screen.
And
Hasn't gone over yet.
so is that your 10, and that's where you are?
Yep. What did it move on the
It
screen?
hasn't moved on the
No,
screen.
it hasn't moved on the screen.
I'll refresh this, maybe it's not connected.
Alright, that's
Right.
changed it. Yep.
And so it's now 1:45. You had lunch, and you are there at the tower. Let's put the party there.
Cool. Everyone want to step back a bit, just in case?
literally just wrote that in a chat for Nick.
No?
Because if I die, I don't die. So,
What?
yeah, I'm magic and shit.
Magic and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
one of
got
my
his thing.
boons, I get a second life, basically.
Only one?
One per long rest.
What?
Yeah. I'm the chosen one. I'm like Neo and shit.
There we go. Clank thinks that's a safe distance.
Are you guys going to do the same?
Yeah.
Probably would suggest, just in case.
Yeah.
And you said trapdoor, right?
No, we didn't say any such
Yeah,
thing.
that actually got in through the floor, yeah.
Alright. I'll make my way under. I'll slowly crawl under and attempt to access said trapdoor.
Okay. How?
Try and find the trapdoor.
Trapdoor you can see.
Okay.
Because you know that you're looking for the trapdoor.
I reach out and put my hand on the trapdoor.
Okay.
Anything happen?
Nope.
I'll have a look at it. Is there a lock or something like that?
Give me an investigation check.
That's a 2 plus 3, and I'll use Dark One's own luck to add a d10. So I've got 5. This isn't going to work, but 7.
You cannot make that out.
I'll just push.
Push
I'm pushing it.
with a lot of strength, or you're just gently pushing.
Pushing with like kind of 30% to see if anything's moving.
Okay, roll the strength and athletics.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Either one's terrible. That's a 15.
Okay. So taking 70% off that roll, you're just pushing it against it. It doesn't seem to budge or
budge?
move, yeah. And it doesn't even seem
Drop
to...
it in there.
That's not what we talked about. Alright, feeling it. Can I feel any magic or anything like that coming from that?
Give me an Arcana check.
Checks everywhere. Fuck's sake. That's
That's a no.
that's
You
a 7.
okay over there, Cosmo?
No.
Alright, I'll try and push again, this time with 100%.
Okay.
Are you sure that's wise, Cosmo?
Nat 20.
Yes.
Oh.
It's locked. Oh, that's a couple die.
Okay. The door splinters, and the lock mechanism, which you failed to see, which was one of the beams, like one of the slats in the wooden construct, you slide it, and what's left of the door falls towards you.
And how much damage?
Oh, the door's fucked.
Oh no, like, does it hit me or?
No,
Oh.
no.
Oh, okay, so it's open?
It is open.
Oh, stick my head up.
Okay.
Cosmo gets decapitated, but still.
You see a bunch of shit.
Alright, I get into the,
Alright.
Yep.
Is your intent to rummage through it yourself, or are you just going to start throwing it all out for your party?
This is God's rod, of course he's going to look
I'm going to look around first to see if anything kind of stands out. Specifically anything magical.
Okay, come over here.
Has Cosmo just got giant legs because he's hauling around all his fucking loot?
So he's in there now for 10 minutes.
You doing some kind of ritual in there, Cosron?
I mean, as long as it doesn't explode, I don't think we need to worry.
I think even if it did explode, we wouldn't need to worry.
He's in 15 minutes.
Rob just yells out, whose card is this again?
Alright, the size of these, will it fit through the trapdoor? The chests themselves.
Yes.
Alright. I'll
Just.
put that out the trapdoor. I'll definitely take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take those.
Well, you need to write a list because I'm not doing it.
Okay. I'll just everything except I'll put everything out. I'll funnel it out from underneath. But I'm keeping those.
Yep.
And that map.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so
Can I grab that to write down?
you can write it down.
Oh,
Yep. I'm fucking busy enough.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay, after half an hour, the following is littered underneath the. It took about 15 minutes while he was obviously in there doing something. So, in that 15 minutes, would any of you wanted to approach and also see what was going on?
Yeah, I'll go check it out. My curiosity gets the better of me when he actually makes it inside.
Okay. You turn up, stick your head in, just in time to see a chest coming towards it.
Okay.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Can I grab that book to actually start filling in?
Well, there's only two things I need to fill in.
Yeah. I just can't remember what.
20.
Where is
Ah.
it?
You nimbly get out of the way as a chest comes crashing down,
Oh, shit.
followed by a whole heap of other stuff being thrown out. And as it appears, you see a wooden trunk that's covered with claw marks. It is closed. You see a wardrobe come out.
He drops a wardrobe out the bottom of the track.
Oh yeah, I'm throwing everything.
Yeah, no, probably not the wardrobe. There's a climber's kit, a disguise kit, a healer's kit, and a poisonous kit. There's a lyre with golden strings, or lyre. How do you pronounce
Lyre.
that? Lyre.
Yeah.
Lyre.
A sculpted wooden cage holding a chicken and a silver ewer, and 5 chicken eggs in it. A tiny wooden box. A set of copper pots and pans. 3 sets of manacles. A shovel. And then another large chest pops out. And that. Okay. And I shall find the last thing.
Do you want me to try and open those chests up?
Yeah, might as well. I don't think they're locked.
Alright, well let's drag them out from under the what do you call it? Out from under the thing.
How do you put spell scrolls in here? Because it just has spell scroll 3rd level.
Yeah, do that later. Hopefully you don't need it now.
Ron can't read, so...
But you're part of the book club.
Exactly, he wanted to get laid.
Did you?
He did.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, so the wooden trunk. There's still a wardrobe in there, that's my bad. A climber's kit, disguise kit, healer's kit, poisonous kit, a lyre, sculpted wooden cage holding a chicken, a silver ewer, and 5 chicken eggs, which are now broken. A tiny wooden box, a set of copper pots and pans, 3 sets of manacles, one fluffy, a shovel, a wooden chest, and that document.
Oh, and the map. Is there anything else written on the map? Or is it exactly the same as the one we've got?
Pretty much exactly the same.
Okay, there's no annotations or anything like that on it?
There are place names on it, yeah.
Okay.
Will you be able to send me that link list in the chat message? Because that was waiting. I was really starting to type out.
Well, I need to, I can, but, it's, are you opening those chests?
Yes.
Okay. The first chest is unlocked, and it, the one covered in claw marks. It's got a battle axe, a flail, a morning star, light crossbow, and 10 silvered crossbow bolts. The other chest is locked.
Is that the tiny wooden box that's locked?
No, it's a wooden chest. The tiny wooden box, it opens, and it's got a deck of Taroka cards wrapped in silk. Can you just grab the Taroka cards there?
These ones?
Yeah, those ones.
You want to open that check?
Yeah, I'll open the chest.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check, please.
That's a nat 1. I'm lucky.
Okay.
32.
So, how many lucky re-rolls do you get?
Every time I roll a 1, I get 1 reroll.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Halfling lucky.
Put my dice back on. Okay,
So I
you
rolled a
open
1,
it.
And then I rolled a 17.
Yes,
and I've
okay,
got- yeah.
alright. A gold symbol. A gold holy symbol of the Morning Lord. 3 vials of holy water. 3 vials of perfume. 2 vials of antitoxin. A 50-foot coil of hempen rope. A tinder box. A personal massager. A steel mirror. A sharpened wooden stake. And a spyglass. And you
Okay.
get the spyglass down from behind you, Dave.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That is very cool. Check that out.
Nice. Sweet.
The loot.
Cool. Well, all I
So
want,
Brian, I'll cut and paste that in now for you.
all I want is one of the holy waters and the spyglass. The rest you can have.
Okay. Does Clank want the holy symbol of the Morning Lord?
Not especially. It's not my ability, so
Okay.
he'll let you hang on to it as long as you're not going to do anything fame with it.
What, like put it next to the Book of Dark Oaths in my bag?
Hang on, wait.
Yeah,
Give me a sec.
that would be bad. Yeah, don't do that.
I'll post this in the chat because I was going to paste it there, but I'll just paste for my Mac AirBook because that's what Apple can do. There we go. That's in the thing
Oh, wow.
there. Yes, Discord's downloading 7 updates.
That's a lot of updates.
That's come through, Brian?
Yeah, I've got that, thanks.
I'll go through and get the cards for that for next game. I've got most of those, but I'll come back. Okay. So you guys are pilfering all this. What do you got to work out what you're taking?
Yeah. So I'm taking the scrolls, the map, the spyglass, and one of the vials
I
of
didn't
holy water.
cut the scrolls or the other thing that you pocketed, but obviously you've told them now.
Ah, that's right. It's a scroll of remove curse and a scroll of mirror something. I don't know.
Mirror something?
Something. Are you able to confirm what that scroll was? Mirror? something.
Isn't it mirror image? Yeah,
Mirror image.
major image,
Major image.
and remove curse.
Yep.
And then a map of Barovia with the holy locations marked on it. And I can now, if you show me the map, I'll show you where the Amber Temple is marked.
Ah, sweet. Are we going the right way?
That's Amber Temple.
Anyone mind if I take the holy water?
I'm taking one of them. You can have the other two.
Okay, cool, thank you.
And can I ask what you guys do is just send me a message on not in the group chat, just an individual message with the items that you've taken. And then I'll make sure I have the cards for them for you for the next time, and go from there.
One thing I will double check with you beforehand. Picking up the spyglass, is there anything fancy about it, or is it just a spyglass?
It's a spyglass.
Sweet, okay.
Can I take the wooden stake?
I've still got
You can
one
use it
mistake
as
from
a
ages ago.
Yeah.
He's gonna need it soon.
Yeah, I know. And the fuzzy manacles.
I'll take the 2 vials of antitoxin as well,
Oh, nice. Yeah,
as long as I haven't watched them, yeah.
yeah.
Well, why don't we put a spreadsheet or something in the chat with a list of items and just
We'll
people
do
can
that.
say what they want to take, and then
Yeah,
we can
chat's
send
in
messages.
there.
Yep.
We'll just sort that over the next day or so.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we're finishing up.
Somebody will have to list the scrolls and stuff though that Duncan just mentioned, because
Oh,
I don't have those.
No, they're mine. I took them before.
There was a map as well and some document.
Yeah, they didn't get given out to everyone else.
The document's there,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's the diary of Lady Vukta.
Oh, is that what that is?
But you're keeping it and not sharing it.
The diary's getting given away, but I've got the map and the scrolls at the moment. But I'll share the map with everyone.
But you're keeping the diary secret.
No, the diary's out. Just basically the only thing you guys don't know I've got is the scrolls, but I've got scrolls, so now you do. It's just remove curse and major image.
Major image.
Major image.
I'll
Are there
upload.
rules in 5e for what sorts of scrolls people can use?
Yeah.
Or is that hangover?
I feel like it's
No, it's got to be on your spell class.
which
List.
they are.
Yeah.
Which thankfully, because it allows me to select it in here. So
Yeah, it's got to be on your class list, and then if it's a higher level, I think you have a chance of being able to use it. Yeah.
they're both level 3. So
Okay, it's 3:30 p.m. What is your intention? I assume you are back on the road.
you said that the dresser in there, I couldn't get out.
Correct.
It was just closed in there, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I'm done with that then.
Are you
In
guys
the-
going to be wrapping up because it's coming up to 10?
Yeah. I just want to know what your intentions are now, whether you're staying here or you're back on the road.
I think probably back on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Can confirm with the map we are going in the right way for the Amber Temple if we go south from here.
Cool.
Alright, it should be a global map, and what I'll get you to do is just move 10 hexes, and it'll be 4:30 p.m. and that's where we'll call it tonight.
So,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
wrong way.
No, that's the wrong way, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's that way. 1, 2.
Wait, I'll clear
Right,
that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's 10.
Sweet.
If you refresh, Brian, you should have more visibility now.
Yep.
Okay, so you can probably go another 10, and then that'll be 5:30, and that'll be nightfall. So just move another 10, Brian.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need more map.
Yep,
Thank
just
you. 7, 8, 9, and there's 10. Set up camp here.
Yep. Okay, and that's where we'll call it for tonight. 5:30 p.m. day 16. You are set up camp.
I'll just point out as well, the temple is now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So we're going all the way down with the tuck back around.
Alright, cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it was good. Been a while.
Yeah. No combat.
Yeah, thanks very much.
No, old matey did it for us.
Cool, mate. See you, Brian.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
See you, mate.
See you guys. See you, mate, I should say.
I'm guessing there was some significance with the percentage die you made me do after the mirror.
I just do it randomly. No, there certainly was.
Video.
Well, I was thinking, oh, he's probably going to drop it on me, but a percentage die is, no, you've got a chance of